Welcome, Oklahoma wrestling fans, to the Class 5A District 5 Dual State Qualifier, hosted by Guthrie High School. This is Sean Silvas alongside Chris Evans, and you are watching this broadcast live on the Guthrie News page. We're inside the Guthrie High School gymnasium with a few of the fans have started to trickle their way in, and we're going to start this competition off with Dell City versus Bishop Kelley. Now, there was supposed to be a 4-team pool played today, but we are down one of the teams. Edison Prep was not able to make the trip over here, so it's just going to be a 3-team competition today. So there's not going to be any action on one of the mats. At least not this first time, but we're going to start off with Dell City versus Bishop Kelley. National anthem, give a shout out to Hayden Spears, did a nice job on that trumpet. And we're going to get things kicked off with the coin toss, as Sam McPhee is going to be looks like your head referee over here for this matchup. And then John Becker, you see him walking into the screen right now, is going to be I'm assuming the assistant official on this. I don't know if they'll go back and forth on this duel. Maybe they'll have one on the side, or maybe they'll just take turns. Like I say, they were supposed to be both mats going live at the same time. Coach Chappell down there, athletic director here at Guthrie, down there getting everybody lined out as well. So if you are just tuning in, if you're a Guthrie fan, we were supposed to be wrestling Edison Prep, but they didn't make it over today, so it is going to be Dell City versus Bishop Kelley. Round 2 is going to be Guthrie versus Bishop Kelley, and then round 3 is going to be Guthrie versus Dell City. So you're going to watch Dell City versus Bishop Kelley first, kind of like a tri-duel situation. There's just going to be 3 teams dueling now, and then you're going to have Guthrie versus Bishop Kelley, and then Guthrie versus Dell City. And that will be the order today. So we got out 2 mats, but we're only going to need 1. So we're going to be on the big Bluejay, the new Bluejay. It was brand new mat provided by the Booster Club and some big-time donors last year. We got to roll that thing out after Christmas, and then finally got to use this thing for the district duels today. So it looks great down there, and we are excited to get this matchup kicked off. Now, Dell City currently has a dual record of 1-6, as they've got one of their wrestlers ranked number 2 at 157 pounds. Dimitri Kaiser is going to be the stud on their team to keep your eye out for at 157. And Bodie Harris of Bishop Kelley is also ranked in the top 10 at 157. So that might be the best matchup of today, at least as far as this duel goes. Not today. There's going to be some good ones later on today when Guthrie gets on the mat. And then if you look at Bishop Kelley's lineup, they are 1-6 as well on dual records, so similar records, but they've got 3 wrestlers ranked in the top 10, one of which is ranked number 2 at 138 pounds. So Connor Chandler is going to be their stud on Bishop Kelley's team. So starting off now, we're going to start at 106 pounds. Referee Sam McPhee is going to be taking the center of the mat. And Thalia Taylor for Dell City in the gray is going to be taking on Matthew Mai in the black for Bishop Kelley. And we're in action now to start this district dual championship off. Hits a high C across the body and gets long, but he's able to knock her down to a hip in the crackdown position. Having trouble finishing, though. He stepped over, but Thalia's got a half on the far side, trying to keep that thing pulled in. She's got a half on the far side, and it's just an anchor, which is making it hard for Mai to get out. Now, she's sort of got a side headlock hooked up here as well. If she locks her hands, she'll get 2 points just by definition of the rule. But now, Mai is able to get his arm out. That inside right arm got out. That took away that little cheap 3-point takedown, and that earned him 3 once he popped his head out. It's going to be 3-0 as they go out of bounds. Matthew Thigh up 3-0 over Thalia Taylor of Dell City. Taylor goes bottom. We get back to the center of the mat. Mai is on top. 1:04 to go in the first. Big stand up there in a return. She gets right back to her feet, grabs hand control, working herself out, gets herself out on the edge. And Taylor did a nice job just coming to her feet and getting that escape. As Mai now looks like he's walking right into a headlock. And now he throws a headlock in a counter, picks up 3 for the takedown. Now just headlock to headlock, back and forth. And now Taylor's in all kinds of trouble, caught in this headlock. Very nimble as she flips back and forth now with a big high bridge. And Mai just trying real hard to pull her head up. But Taylor showing that flexibility. She needs to get that inside arm down where she did. Big bridge here by Taylor. Getting her head loose. And now Mai is a little bit too high. He's losing control. Coach or referee Sam McPhee awards the near fall, which is 4. Gets the 4-point near fall, but then his hands slipped and he locked his hands around the head, which is an illegal hold. So referee blows the whistle, gives a point to Taylor, gets them reset, and now we're back to action here with 6 seconds left. And Taylor gets right back to her feet again. She had success there early and easily got back to her feet, runs out of time. And we're going to end that first period 7-2. 7-2, Mai of Del City leads Taylor. Mai of Bishop Kelley leads Taylor of Del City 10-2. He got the 2 takedowns for 3. That'd be 6 points plus 4 points on the near fall. That's all 10 points, and Taylor goes back down. It was Del City's choice. She had success here. She stood up and got away in the first, stood up and nearly got away at the end of the first, and now she's working to get back to her feet now. And now Mai's got her broke back down. She's trying that inside leg quad pod stand-up, but Mai's got her hands wrapped up, so she's not able to post. He's got this little seatbelt tilt rolled up. He's got the seatbelt little arm trapped. He's going to try to tuck his head and roll under if he can. But now he's got to go back to the 2-on-1. Taylor rolls her arms out, gets her hands on the mat, and starts to try to threaten herself to get back up. Doing a good job here. On bottom, she's staying out of trouble. And Mai now trying to keep a hold. Taylor trying to fight to get out. She peels hands, gets hands. And that's going to earn her another escape. So she's earned 2 escapes for a point each. And then she got the locked hands call for the illegal hold. And that's going to be all 3 of her points. And now Mai shoots in on a single leg. Taylor stuffs it. They get back to their feet. Interesting, Taylor keeps getting the underhook and trying for this headlock. And she gave up 7 points once before trying this. And now gets back in the same situation and gives up 7 more. As Matthew Mai of Bishop Kelley now has Thalia Taylor in all kinds of trouble. With 32 seconds left to go in the second period, picks up the fall, and that's going to be 16 points on the board for Bishop Kelley. And wrestling next at 113 pounds, Bishop Kelley's Matthew Magnus is going to be taking on Del City's Bradley Wolf. As they enter the mat, Sam McPhee, referee's going to stay on the mat. Side judge or side referee, the one helping out, is going to be John Becker. You'll see him down the bottom left of the screen. And his job is to keep track of the time, help Sam keep track of the score. And just to make sure if Sam misses a locked hands call or something like that, he's going to be there to help out. So it's always nice when you got 2 referees on the mat. We don't always get that, but the way things are going to work out today, we're going to have both referees. So ought to be a lot of good calls. They ought to have a lot of chances to make sure they see everything and call everything correct. That'll be nice. Nice little scramble here. As they scramble through. Magnus on bottom trying to get his hips around as Wolf trying to peek out the back. He's long. He's got this far leg. Still no score, but a nice little scramble as Magnus has him broke Man, he had him cracked down, but now Wolf sneaking out the back and just barely hanging on as Magnus to this ankle. Now Wolf is in control. They've switched control. Minute in the first is gone. With a minute left, a lot of scrambling going on here. And Bradley Wolf looks like he's coming out on top. He hooks up a cradle, and then Magnus rolls through and catches Wolf on his back. He rolled with the cradle and broke the hands and picks up 3 for the takedown. He started out in control. Wolf was able to gain control back and then grabs a cradle and trying to go through it. Ends up giving control back to Magnus, who ends up 3-0 now with 28 seconds left to go in the first. As Bishop Kelley struck first, there's a roll through tilt by Magnus. Picking up near fall. Did a good job there, picks up 2. The way that near fall works is every time the referee swipes his hand, that indicates basically the points that are given. So if he swipes once, there's no points. But if he swipes twice, that's 2 points. If he swipes 3, that's 3 points. If he swipes 4 times, that is 4 near fall points. And after 4, he'll stop swinging. 4 is the most you can get, so he's not going to keep counting. But basically, if the back of the wrestler breaks a 45 degree. So if he is near a fall to 45 degree angle, then near fall begins to count. And so that's what those near falls. So if he can hold him at a 45 degree or less for, more than 4 seconds, he'll get all 4 of those points. Stalling here, top guy has to try to return him. And that's the way that works. Bottom guy here, choice went to Bishop Kelley. Magnus went down. Bradley Wolf was on top, and Magnus got straight to his feet, but Bradley Wolf just hung on top. Top guy's job is to try and score points, and if you're just standing up and hanging on, you're not trying to score points, and that is a classic example of stalling. Good call there by Sam McPhee. They stop the match and give the bottom guy a chance to get a fresh start. That's what happened, and now we're back to action. Minute 30 to go here in the second period, as Matthew Magnus of Bishop Kelley is on bottom, and he is leading this match 5-0. He got a takedown in the first and a couple of near fall points, and that puts him up 5 as he gets to his feet now, and Wolf trying to bring him back down. And he does success with that. He's got that arm bar now on the inside. He's got the arm barred up, and Magnus now kind of stuck here on bottom, not able to do anything. He needs to get his hand out and post it on the mat so he can tripod up or start to stand. And as long as Wolf has that wrist, it's going to be really, really hard to post and come up without it. It's almost like a table. If you knock one of the legs out of a table, it becomes unstable, most likely going to flip over to its back, and that's what he is trying to avoid. So it's hard to come up with your arm tied up, and that's what Magnus is struggling with here. But now he's got his hands on the mat. That's allowed him to tripod. Bradley Wolf went for a cradle earlier today. Maybe going to try for one here. He's trying for a front three-quarter Nelson. He's got a lock, but he doesn't have it secured. His forearms were not in the right place for that to be effective. He had the lock, but his arms weren't in the right place. And now it looks like Magnus is to his feet. He's nearly out. As they go out of bounds, he's going to earn a 1-point escape. And that will be 1 more point for Matthew Magnus, who's now up 6-0. And we're going to take a short, I believe we've got a technical violation. Technical violation for leaving the mat without permission. Not sure why he went out. Looked like he was looking for a water bottle or to spit something out. Not sure exactly what, but Wolf now. So Bradley Wolf of Del City is now on bottom. He is down 7-0. And the Eagles of Del City trying to find a way to get on the map, and there's another roll-through tilt. We saw Magnus score here earlier, but now he's in trouble. He's caught on his back. He took himself there on this roll-through, but Wolf, nice and savvy, was very crafty there, using his hips and his length to just climb on top with his legs, and was able to get on top and score the first points of his for the match. And he's now down 2 points to 7, and he's going to have to get a couple near-fall turns here if he's going to get a win here. There's a minute and 20 seconds left to go, and we are inside the third period. Bradley Wolf is on top, but he trails by 5, and he's going to have to try to find a way to get a couple of near-fall scores or get a pin if he wants to win this matchup. And Matthew Magnus of Bishop McGinnis on bottom now, stuck down here on bottom, but really doesn't have to get away to win this match. He doesn't have to really do anything. He's just got to stay off his back. Be good if he could get out, and it would be good if he could get back on top and get in control. But Wolf is going to have to get to work on top. Acts like he's going to get something crafty hooked up, but they got stuck there in that position, and referee blows the whistle for a stalemate. That means there's just no action. No one can advance, and if neither wrestler can advance, they'll just stop the action and put them back in the middle. Both guys' job is to score points. There's a locked hands call. You see the referee locking his hands above his head. You cannot lock around the waist of a downed opponent. If he gets to his feet, you can, but if he's on his knees, you cannot. And Bradley Wolf did so. That's going to cost him another point. Not going to be a big match. It's not going to be a big deal as of now, just because he needs 2 turns to win anyway. But he's going to have to figure something out. He's got about 35 seconds left to go. And Matthew Magnus of Bishop Kelley on bottom now. There's a half for Wolf. He's got the half hooked up. Magnus is trying to reach up and peel it off. Big swim here by Magnus has got Wolf in all kinds of trouble. Wolf, though, using that leverage to stay on top. But, man, he's getting stuck. Looks like Magnus is going to climb back and get himself out of trouble. Oh, he gets right to a chicken wing. Right out of that, gets right to a chicken wing, had it hooked up. He's going to pick up a reversal for 2 and then more near fall. And then we have a technical locked hands as well. Not sure what the points are going to be, but it's going to be a major decision either way for Matthew Magnus of Bishop Kelley. And that's going to be 4 more points on the board for the Comets, who now are up 2 matches to 0. Next up, 120 pounds for Del City. We've got Adrian Martinez, and we are waiting on confirmation on who it is for Bishop Kelley. They've got 2 wrestlers weighed in. Going to assume it's Bennett Michaels, but we should be able to clarify that soon. We've got some of these graphics switched up on the last match, so we're trying to keep up with that as well. And Bennett Miles will be the wrestler at 120 pounds. And Adrian Martinez with the quick takedown gets 3 points, and now he's on top with a leg in. He's got that toe lay, so he's going to be heavy to his right side. That hip's going to try to fall off. He reaches over the head to try to get the far arm, but Michaels was able to catch that, kind of the old school leg riding style. When that leg goes in and that hip dips down, when you lace that toe, he's going to fall out of the saddle. He's going to have a handle on the far side. But now he's got this chicken wing hooked up and the bar arm. He's running it hard. Bishop Kelley does a good job controlling that arm. You can see he's got a hold of that wrist. Gets right to his feet now. Was able to pull that wrist, get to his feet. He's got to sit out. He's going to hip heist and come around. Good job by Adrian Martinez, hustling to stay behind. He's been on top this whole first period. 41 seconds to go. But Bennett Miles is doing a good job on bottom, staying out of trouble. Nearly got out there, but good hustle effort there by Martinez to keep up. Gets straight to his feet on the whistle. Staying in good position here as well, peeling hands. Brings him down and does not unlock his hands in time. Like I say, you cannot lock your hands on a grounded opponent. And so when a wrestler stands up, you can lock your hands. And then when you throw them back down, you cannot. But now it looks like the referee has waved that off. And Adrian Martinez gets high going for that. He tried to force those legs in. He got too high. Michaels was able to throw him off the top and get his escape at the whistle. Now he's in on a double. Looks like he's going to run out of time before he finishes. He had that. Oh, it looks like he got it at the whistle. Looks like he got 3 at the whistle. So right there at the end, he steps over. And when he stepped over, referee Sam McPhee signals 3 points. Now he's going to go talk to the other referee on the side, and they are going to discuss that. Both referees agreed that before the buzzer went off, that Bennett Miles had 3 points. He had control of that takedown, and just like that, Bennett Miles is ahead. He's on top, and he's in the lead, and big-time whistle start here by Adrian Martinez. Got to his feet quick. And now stuck on bottom. Miles on top here. Has those arms barred up. Doing a good job with those inside bar arms. He's got a leg in now. He's running high thigh. Now he's got both legs in. Did a nice job there scooping the other one in. Now he's got a half on the far side. He's got the elbow high. And Martinez now in trouble. Rolls through. And now he's got the Turk hooked up. No near fall, but he had the roll through. He had the Turk. Well, Miles doing a good job transition with both these legs on. Running that high thigh. See how his hip stays up. Both hips stay on top when you're running high thigh. When you lace the toe, your hip falls off. You lose pressure. But when you stay up in the thigh high there, above the knee with the lock, you're able to stay in the saddle with both hips down and square across the top. Puts a ton of pressure on the hips and lower back of the bottom athlete, and it makes it very, very difficult to build a base or do anything. But Martinez is doing the right thing, trying to crawl over top of that leg. But now Miles has got both legs in. And Martinez stuck here on bottom. He's got his legs out finally. Look for when he pops his hips up, though. I bet Miles pops one right back in. Right there it is. When a top wrestler has both arms under, so he's got 2 underhooks working 2 bar arms, the only way you can come up is to pick your hips straight up. And if you pick your hips straight up, it allows for the legs to go straight in. So you've got to get, if you're a bottom wrestler, you got to get him to pick a side. That way you can basically defend the other side. When you're just staying square like that, it makes it very easy for the top wrestler to just put legs in every time you pop your hips up. So as of now, the tide has turned a little bit with 22 seconds left to go in this second period. But Miles has come by. Oh, he's back on top, and he got rolled through. This is big time for Martinez. Huge transfer of events. 8 seconds left to go, and just like that, a reversal for 2. Not sure if we're going to see any near fall. 4 points near fall awarded to Adrian Martinez for a crazy scramble there. He caught that, got him high, rolled through, got the reversal, and 4 points near fall. And now Adrian Martinez back in the lead. I was just talking about how Bennett Miles had got the takedown, got the escape, got the takedown, was controlling on top, kind of changed the pace of the match. He was in the lead now, and then Adrian Martinez just took everything back. And he's on top now. He's up 9-5 as choice goes to the Comets of Bishop Kelley. And they're going to put Bennett Miles down on bottom. And perhaps Bennett's last name is Mickles. I'm trying to read handwriting that is not terribly good, but the graphics don't lie. So Bennett Mickles on bottom here. I'm sorry. Yeah, Bennett Mickles on bottom here for Bishop Kelley in the black. And now Adrian Martinez on top for Del City. He's got a leg in. He's running high thigh. and he is in the lead. His hip's starting to dip, though. He dips that hip down. He's got to get it back up square, and now he's got both legs in. He's staying up top in the saddle. He's got a nasty half on the top side. And Martinez now in control of this match with 1:30 to go as he's up by 4 points. That near fall. And Bennett Mickles is going to have to figure out a way to get out of these legs, get off bottom, and get back into a scoring opportunity. Now with the new scoring, an escape and a takedown. An escape would be 1 point, a takedown would be 3, and he could tie this match up. But Adrian Martinez is going to be more than happy to just sit here and put boots in and run this half. It looks like he's trying to score again. But he just needs to finish this match on top, and he will win. And Bennett Mickles has got to figure out how to get out of here so he can get to a scoring position as he is slowly running out of time. 40 seconds left to go in the third. Adrian Martinez is ahead by 4, and he is on top going to work, and now Bennett Mickles just stuck down here. His head's on the mat. His hands are off the mat. Martinez has got a leg in, staying high thigh. He's running halves. And at 20 seconds left to go, and Adrian Martinez is just going to ride this one out as Bennett Mickles just stuck down here on bottom. Now tries a roll through, trying to get desperate. Not really advancing too far, although Martinez is kind of high. I'm not sure Bennett Mickles is going to be able to get out of here. 4 seconds, 3 seconds. This match is going to be over, and Del City is going to get on the board with 3 points. And that is going to put 3 team points on the board for Del City, as this dual score is going to go 10-3. Still Bishop Kelley's up 2-1 on the matchups. They've won 2 out of the 3. But Del City finally gets on the board as we move up to 126 pounds. And I'm not sure who's going to be wrestling for either team. We've got 2 wrestlers weighed in on both ends. So once we find out who that's going to be, we will put those graphics up, and perhaps we can call them by name. Jaden Mack of Del City in the white. It's going to be taking on Drew Ball of Bishop Kelley in the black. Ball's got a heavy hips here on this. He stopped that shot as Max kind of stuck on bottom. But now Max got that elbow control. There's a snake on the inside, little cow catcher action, and he's going to score 3 points with that. And now Jaden Mack in all kinds of trouble. Drew Ball on top. Ball needs to walk that arm that you can see that's posted on the mat right in front of the camera. He's got to walk that arm up towards the head of Drew Ball, but he's stuck down here. He's posting up with that arm and keeping his shoulder up, and Max got his hand across his back. It's not really doing anything except hanging on. So Ball has got to settle down, get his chest low. He's got to grab a hold of that left wrist of Mack, and he's got to push it towards Ball's head. You can see him scooping it. He's walking the fingers, but he just needs to reach down and grab that wrist and push it. Because right now he's up in the shoulder socket of Mack, and that's where he's strong. But it's getting lower. He's starting to wiggle him down and get the head up. He's wiggling it down. He's getting the head up. 48 seconds is a long time to fight off your back. And Drew Ball was able to make that happen as he picks up the fall. And that's going to be 6 more points for Del City. And just like that, they are within 1 point of Bishop Kelley. Good matchups so far tonight. Been back and forth. Each team now winning 2 of the 4 matches wrestled. Very evenly matched, it looks like. So far anyway, as we move up to 132 pounds. Del City is going to be wrestling Canyon McHenry, who's in on a high C right now. Oh, as he cuts the corner, Parker grabs that ankle, going to make it hard for him to turn around, and now he's got his hip up. As they start to move in circles now, as Parker's got a hold of the ankle, he had it, and now Cannon switches to a different leg. He's kind of got a side little Peterson roll situation, but he doesn't have the wrist, and that's going to be a hustle behind by Parker. Cannon McHenry had a nice high C. He was in deep. Parker did a good job of catching the back ankle. McHenry didn't hide his ankles when he cut the corner, so Parker was able to just snag up one of those ankles And that got him out of trouble and eventually on top. And now with a three-point takedown, he's close to getting near fall. He's got a leg in on the top side. He's got that toe laced. McHenry just bowls his way out. Now he's posted his hands on the mat. He's up top, trying to work his way up. But with that leg in now, Parker on top. I'm sorry, McHenry is on top, and Parker is on bottom. I'm getting these guys mixed up, and I do apologize. Looks like Parker is Bishop Kelley on top. And Jaden and McHenry is in the white. Got the escape for Del City. 10 seconds left to go as they battle it out here to the end. We're going to end that first period. Second period, Bishop Kelley's going to go bottom. As he stands up, creates a scramble, jumps back on top somehow. He's got both legs in. No change in score. Gets caught on his back. Now rolls back to the top. And we are in all kinds of scramble here. McHenry trying to hang on to that arm so he doesn't give up control. But that's going to be a reversal, too, for Parker, as he ends up out of bounds but still in. They're going to let them continue to wrestle as long as there is an item in bounds, or if they get too close to the out of bounds, referee will blow the whistle. Sam McPhee blows the whistle as they go out of bounds. 2 more points for that reversal for Parker. And as he gets to work on top, Parker of Del City, currently up 6-2, rolls him over in a nice half, and then all of a sudden, McHenry rolls back on top, and then somehow Parker gets back on top. Both these athletes very flexible. You can see that in their shoulder positioning. Picks up 4 points near fall. Graham Parker in that scramble through position. He's up now 9-2 in the second period. We're down under 35 seconds. And he gets more near fall here. This is a little bit tighter, closer to pinfall territory. And as he goes to push up, both shoulders plant on the ground. The referee slaps the mat, and that is it. Look at this nice little scramble through as he ends up on the near fall. Picked up 4 for that. Actually, that was a 6-point reversal. He reversed him right there and then got the near fall, and that was the story of the match. Once Parker got on top, he really racked up the score, and that's going to be a 6-point win for Bishop Kelley. And that's going to bring their score up 17-9 so far. As we move on to 138 pounds, where Del City's going to wrestle Kyrese Freeman versus number 2 ranked Connor Chandler of Bishop Kelley. Chandler of Bishop Kelley currently ranked number 2 in Class 5A, number 2 in the state in Class 5A, takes on Kyrese Freeman of Del City. I have not had a chance to watch Chandler wrestle since last year, so this should be a nice treat. One of the best kids in the state in Class 5A, wrestling in the black, but Kyrese gets in on a single leg on the inside on the far side as he gets thrown out of bounds. Almost gets taken down out of bounds, kind of back and forth action. Referee let them wrestle there as they go out of bounds. No points awarded. Still 0-0 as we recenter and get back to action. From that inside Russian tie, he's got a side headlock here. If he puts his hands on the mat, it's going to be 3, and that's what we get. 3 points for Chandler now. So he works that leg out and gets all the way behind. Little side headlock's what that called. If you get an inside leg hooked and lock your hands, it's technically 3 points. So that's what that 3 was for, but now he's all the way behind as Freeman works himself out of bounds. Chandler keeping one toe in as he's got that inside arm bar. You can see he's got 2-on-1 on that inside bar arm, maybe trying to run a barbed wire, but was not able to as they get out of bounds. And Kyrese Freeman in the white from Dell City is going to go bottom. And Connor Chandler is on top with 58 seconds left to go. He's going to go ahead and let him go before the whistle. So Freeman's going to earn 1 point. Connor Chandler's going to try to get back. He goes heavy with that collar tie, or that over tie. Kyrese going back to that high C he got in earlier. He gets right back to it. Now he's got double underhooks. Looks like he was going up for a headlock for a second. Pass by, inside trip for the takedown. Did a great job there. That was a slick little move by Connor Chandler. He had the underhook, and he turns that into an inside trip and takes Kyrese Freeman down out of bounds to his back almost. No near fall, though. Connor Chandler now up 6-0. Kyrese Freeman of Dell City's on bottom. 30 seconds to go in the first period here as we're back to action. Working those bar arms, but Freeman's still in this match. He's doing a good job fighting back and going. He's had some luck on his feet, but now he got caught in this roll-through tilt and pinned. And pinned in a roll-through tilt. And that's going to be 6 more points for Bishop Kelley at 138 pounds. It's a good out for Connor Chandler, but Kyrese Freeman definitely made a match of that. Moving up to 144 pounds. Good action there at 132 pounds from earlier today. But we're going to bump up to 144 pounds. Dell City's going to be wrestling Hector Vargas. And Hector Vargas is going to be taking on Cole Hill, I believe, of Bishop Kelley. We'll wait to get word to find out exactly who that is as they wrestle here out of bounds. No points yet. Cole Hill of Bishop Kelley. Shot there by Vargas, in on deep now. He's got that high C deep. He's trying to crack him down as Hill's trying to cut the corner on the top side. Hill got his hip back up, and Vargas still just clinging to that leg. He covers the hips now. Did a good job cracking back down, circling to his right, covering the hips, and Hill is in all kinds of trouble there. Had to let it go or go to his back, and Hector Vargas picks up 3. Now he's got a leg in top side. He's got Turk and a crossface. Going to work here. We're seeing a lot of legs wrestled today. Both teams are putting legs in. We've seen that quite a bit. Every match we've wrestled so far, whether it be Bishop Kelley or Dell City, we've seen guys putting legs in. And we are still working. He's got the leg hook. There he goes back. He's got the leg in. He's going toe in, going for a spladle, misses. And now Cole Hill goes for a headlock, and he misses. And now he gives up near fall, got his arm trapped in the process. Reached back for the head, and that just loaded things up for Hector Vargas into that, not into a spladle position, but more of a grapevine. When he grabbed the head, he gave Hector Vargas the grapevine, and that allowed him to just lay back and pick up the fall. That's going to be another win, another 6-point win for Dell City at 144 pounds. Current dual score 22-15 as the Comets of Bishop Kelley are leading the Eagles of Dell City as we move on to 150 pounds. Dell City wrestling Tydell Sneed, and Bishop Kelley going to wrestle Jake LaSalle. Jake LaSalle trying to get his elbows down as Sneed's got double underhooks, trying to elevate and lift, but you can see him locking his hands underneath. That's going to keep his elbows low. If LaSalle's elbows get high, Sneed can throw by either side. He can go underneath. There he digs again, big-time underhooks. And so LaSalle's trying to lock his hands, and that will prevent his elbows from getting high. If his elbows get high, there's a big window for Sneed to walk through. So he's got to keep his hands locked and straighten his arms and use that leverage to get Sneed's elbows down. But you can see Sneed just standing up. Now, I would imagine the referee would call stalling here if he continues to lock his hands, block, and back up. If this was freestyle, he definitely would. But there's just a muscle-down move there by Sneed. Just hossed him down. LaSalle tried to kick up, and when he did, he gave up his balance. Sneed felt that and just spun him around. Now, quite a scramble here. Sneed going for something big now. And LaSalle able to come back on top. A lot of action here early. Tydell Sneed with the takedown and a couple of near fall. He's up 5-2. The reversal gave LaSalle 2. Quite a bit of fun action so far in this first period at 150 pounds. Sneed kind of stuck down here for now as LaSalle gets on top trying to get a crossface. He's got the far arm. He's looking for a cradle now. He let go of the arm. He should have kept the arm. He let go of the arm, and that lost the cradle. It's best to keep that arm. You can turn it into something else if the cradle fails, but now he's got that crossface to a far arm, and now he's running back for that cradle. Not able to get it, but that could come into play. And here's a nice little replay of that takedown. Little scramble through where LaSalle was able to get his reversal. Sits out on the whistle. Now he's getting sucked back. Not wise to sit out against a wrestler who's any decent on top. I know it's moves they show, but that's what happens when you sit on your butt in wrestling, especially against somebody with the ability on top to catch you for it. He's sitting back out, and he gets right back to his back a second time. He set out twice, he went to his back twice, and now Sneed is all over this, trying to pick up the fall. And Jake LaSalle gave Tydell Sneed everything he needed to pick up that fall, and that's going to be 6 more points for Del City. As they pick up 6 more, the Del City Eagles are now within 1 point of the Bishop Kelley Comets. And it looks like we are going to pick up a forfeit here. Del City is going to pick up 6 more points with that forfeit. Del City's 157-pounder Dimitri Kaiser, number 2 ranked in the state. It looks to me like Bishop Kelley forfeited that match and will then either bump up to try to cover the gaps that they have at 190 pounds. They don't have anyone weighed in. So I'm going to assume that Bodie Harris is going to be the wrestler at 165 pounds, taking for Bishop Kelley, taking on Gregory Mendoza at 165. Just an assumption. We'll try to get clarification on that. But that's what it looks like to me. Bishop Kelley playing some lineup games here, trying to find a way to pick up a win in this duel as they wrestle through this situation. Bodie Harris of Bishop Kelley now in on a single leg. He's got that high C shot across the body, and Mendoza's got a cradle locked up, but he's too high on the cradle, so he's not able to get the leverage. Harris is able to keep his hips down. And Mendoza, I think he's got that locked on the far side. I can't tell. There's hands in the way, but I can't tell if he's got it locked. It looks like it's locked. He's trying to roll through on it. Because Harris has the leg, there's no points. He's got the elbow. There's no cradle anymore. Now he's in a short carry fireman's position. He steps over, pops his head out, picks up 3 for the takedown. Very patiently, Bodie Harris kind of walks through that situation. Mendoza had that cradle locked up, and so Harris had to play smart. He had to keep his hips down, not let Mendoza adjust. He needed to adjust to get lower. but he wasn't able to, and slowly but surely Bodie Harris worked his way out. Now to note, Bodie Harris currently ranked number 8 at 157 pounds, and they have bumped him up to wrestle at 165, hoping to offset that 157-pound hammer of Dimitri Kaiser of Del City. So a lot of times, coaches will move wrestlers around or give up forfeits at weights they know they can't win or have less of a chance of winning, and then they can pick up other wins elsewhere to try to offset points to win duels. So that's what's happened here as Del City stuck on bottom with 15 seconds left to go. Gregory Mendoza trying to work his way out, and Bodie Harris on top here in the black for Bishop Kelley working his way up as well. And we're down under 5 seconds to go in the first period. It has been eventful, but so far Bodie Harris of Bishop Kelley is leading over Gregory Mendoza. Choice goes to Del City. They defer, and now the choice goes back to Bishop Kelley. And Bodie Harris chooses to go bottom as we start this second period. Mendoza now goes right back to that cradle. He had one locked up earlier from that referee's position, and now he just jumps right back on it, and he's got it locked up, just straight up crossface, gets right to that cradle, and he is going to work now. He's got this. He's going to try to hoss it over. He's trying to pull it back, and Harris was trying to catch the foot and be crafty so that he can't run around, but just hossing this thing over, just willing it to happen. Mendoza gets one count but not two, so that's not going to earn him any points. And Bodie Harris dodges a bullet on that cradle and doesn't give up any points on the near fall. But now he's got to try to figure out a way to get out. Stuck on bottom. Mendoza's riding on top. But he's going to need to figure out a way to score here. Back on the cradle again. He's got it this time. He's got it locked up, and he's getting near fall. And this is close to a pin. I can't see it on the far side. I'm looking in the camera here. He's got the left arm up. That left arm is up over the shoulder of Mendoza, and that's going to keep him from getting pinned. But now he's trying to figure out a way to pull hands. As he pulls fingers, he's going to give up 4 for the near fall and then 1 point for an illegal pulling of the fingers. You are not allowed to basically rip fingers apart. And when he was peeling those hands, you can grab a hand and you can grab 4 fingers, but you cannot grab one individual finger. Well, he grabbed one individual finger with the left hand, one individual finger with the right hand, and pulls them apart. When you do that, that is illegal, so he lost yet another point. So he lost 4 on the near fall. He loses 1 for the illegal hold, and now Bodie Harris is down 5-3 in this second period. He got the takedown early on, and now another cradle rolls right through. Gregory Mendoza's been hitting cradles all night. He hit one in the first. He's hit one in the second. Now a second in the second, going right back to it, trying the suicide cradle now. And just like that, Bodie Harris able to get up and get out. He defended another cradle. He got the escape, and that's going to give him 1 more point. Now down 4-5. He's got 5 seconds left to go in this period. Short carry on the whistle, on the edge. That's going to be 3 points. And just like that, he pulls back into the lead. Nice little short carry by Bodie Harris. That's going to put him up 7-5, and that's going to be huge in terms of points. As we go into the third period, look at this little short carry right here. Just a slick little dump on the edge, kind of played coy, and just drops underneath and hits it. Nicely done. And whoa, lat drop by Gregory Mendoza, and that's going to put him up. That's a 7-point takedown. He was down by 2, picks up 3 for the takedown. He's going to pick up 4 for the near fall. 7-point swing just like that. Gregory Mendoza goes up 12-7. What an interesting call by the coach of Del City, where Mendoza was having all kinds of luck on top. Really the only place he'd scored, he'd been taken down twice. They go into the third, you would think they'd want to put him on top, and that would allow him a chance to score. But instead they put him on his feet. And from his feet, he goes big-time lat drop right here and picks up a 7-point takedown. Those coaches knew something the rest of us did not. And just like that, Mendoza goes up 12-7, and he's got a commanding lead now in the third period. In control of a position he's already scored 4 points out of. Rode Harris for most of the second period, and now he's just got to stay on top in this third period, and he will win. Remember, he's been cradling all night. He's got another cradle locked up. This might be the fourth or fifth cradle from this top position he has secured. He scored once with the cradle. If he scores again, he's going to pull out in front, possibly to, there it is right there, picking up near fall. This is tight, and Harris is just in trouble, trying not to get pinned. Harris is trying to scramble to top. 2 points near fall for Mendoza. 2 points reversal for Harris. Harris has got a half in deep, and now gets a full Nelson. Bodie Harris trying to score with the half, gets ahead of himself. And when both, you can run a half on the left side, you can run a half on the right side, but you cannot run a half on both sides at the same time. When you do that, it's called a full Nelson, and it is by definition illegal. And so Bodie Harris gets momentum stopped, and another point goes to Mendoza. And now you can see Bodie Harris just going for broke here, trying to make something happen, down by too many. And in that transition, gets himself in all kinds of trouble. Mendoza happy to take those points. Harris trying to poke and prod his way off his back. He's going to give it up an unsportsmanlike conduct. And he has been disqualified from this match for the antics off of his back. Trying not to get pinned. He ends up poking eyes and pulling off antics. And Sam McPhee had seen enough, and he disqualifies Harris. And that's going to mean that 6 points go to the Eagles of Del City, and that's going to put them in the lead now 27-22. And now the Del City Eagles are in the lead of this duel. So Bishop Kelley bumps up their number 8 ranked wrestler to try to offset a loss that they might get at 157. When they do so, they end up giving up 6 at 157, and then they end up giving up 6 more at 165 pounds. And Del City was more than happy to take that. As we move on to 175 pounds, and now Bishop Kelley's Spencer McIntyre in on a big takedown early. He's got a half hooked up over Serenity High. High now basing up on bottom, down by 3. They have not entered the points in yet, but that is definitely 3 points on the takedown early. Big headlock here by Matt McIntyre, trying to get some big ones. And Serenity High in on there as well, fighting back, but now down on, caught on, well, maybe not. Rolling through here with 1:10. Now caught in a headlock is High. She's in tight, and McIntyre picks up the fall. And that's going to be 6 points for Bishop Kelley. And that's going to get them, it's going to get them back. Big time headlock there. Nice throw. Nearly got out and then settled back in, lifts the head, picks up the fall right away. And Del City gives up the fall. And the team score had not been updated before that match. So the Eagles actually had 33 points. The Comets now within scratch and distance, 28-33. And this has been a good duel so far, back and forth. And we're going to bump up to 190 pounds. I'm 175. We're at 175. We're at 190? I missed one, I'm sorry. 190 pounds. Not sure who the wrestlers are here. with all the bumping around from Bishop Kelley. And then Del City's got some extra wrestlers on the roster. We're not sure who is wrestling here, but I know that Del City has got the takedown, and they've got Bishop Kelley in all kinds of trouble. Bishop Kelley's on his back in a deep half, fighting to get off. As Del City's on top's got this thing all sealed up. Minute 24 seconds to go. And hats off to Bishop Kelley for fighting off his back. He was in all kinds of trouble. Most wrestlers would have been pinned there. But Trayvon Lyons of Bishop Kelley fought hard and got off his back, but not before Spencer McIntyre of Del City was able to pick up 7 points for that takedown and near fall. And then from that position, Trayvon Lyons was given an escape. McIntyre also locked his hands in the process, so 2 points go to Trayvon Lyons. Spencer McIntyre in the white for Del City. And Lyons in the black for Bishop Kelley. And we're wrestling at 190 pounds here at the District 5 5A dual state qualifier. McIntyre circles back to the center, hits a high C on the left side. Nice job bumping off his knee, cuts off to a double. Picks up 3 points on the takedown. That's going to put him up 10-2. Lyons trying to get to his belly and keep from getting on his back. As McIntyre now out to the side, trying to run a half. He's got a half from the knees hooked up, but he gets right back to his locked hands. Got in trouble there earlier and does it again. So here's how this works. Nice little high C to the outside. He posts up. He's going to cut off to a double here in just a second, and that's going to secure the 3-point takedown. Beautifully done by the book. Outside high C. And what happens here with these locked hands, you are allowed to lock your hands once, and that costs you a point. You lock your hands a second time. So what happens is the first 2 times you lock your hands, it costs you a point. The third time you lock your hands, it costs you 2 points. If you lock your hands a 4th time, that's 2 more points. And if you lock your hands a 5th time, it is a disqualification. So Spencer McIntyre is up 10-6, but he's only got 2 more locked hands before he's disqualified. So coaches said, let him go, put him on his feet. We got to avoid any more locked hands calls. And just like that, high C to a double leg. Lyons tries to answer back. He's fighting in there trying to pull this single leg up. It was a high C, but now his head goes to the inside. That makes it a single. Trying to pull that thing up. McIntyre staying heavy with his hips. And Lyons builds all the way back up to his feet. Did a good job there on the reshot. McIntyre dives in, had the good idea, just a little bit poor of the application. Ends up giving up the takedown, and now Trayvon Lyons, only down by a point. Second period, a lot has happened here. And Spencer McIntyre stuck on bottom now, and Lyons has got a half in and a bar arm. This puts him in good position for near fall with a minute to go. He's got a bar arm and a half. Gave up the bar arm, but he's got the half still. He's pushing it over, got it over. He's going to pick up a little bit of near fall if he doesn't get the pin. But on the adjustment, this could be a fall for Trayvon Lyons. He's got this locked up tight with 45 seconds to go. He's in all kinds of trouble here. Lyons trying to poke that arm down. There's the fall. Down by 7 at one time. Trayvon Lyons able to slowly work his way back on Spencer McIntyre and pick up the fall. And that's going to be 6 more points at 190 pounds for Bishop Kelley. And this duel has been back and forth all night, or all afternoon, I guess. And now Bishop Kelley is back in the lead, 34-33, as we move on to 215 pounds, and it is any team's duel. It is back and forth here, folks. Any team could win this duel at this point. Within one, there's 12 points yet to be scored. And Malcolm Davey of Bishop Kelley is going to be taking on D'Anthony Oakey of Del City. Oakey in the white and Davey in the black. 215-pound matchup here inside Guthrie High School Gymnasium. District 5, Class 5A, District Dual State Qualifier. The team that comes out on top of this duel will qualify for the Dual State Championship. And there is a lot on the line here on this duel. The Bishop Kelley Comets currently up by 1 point over the Del City Eagles in what has been a back-and-forth matchup. And now Malcolm Davey of Bishop Kelley and D'Anthony Oakey of Del City are going to try their hand at earning some more team points for their schools. Big headlock attempt here by Davey. Throws that headlock, and Oakey's in all kinds of trouble. This is tight. He's got to get that shoulder down, and once it hits, it's going to be over. Great shot here by the film crew. We're right there. We see it. Shoulders down, and that's the fall. That's going to be 6 points for the Comets. And now that's going to secure their win of this duel. It's going to put them up by 7, and the most points that Del City can score is 6. Watch this headlock here as Oakey goes for the single leg. Davey counters it with a headlock. He pulls that up and gets the fall, and that's going to win the duel for the team as they are now up 7. Even if Del City picks up a forfeit, which they're going to, that's going to earn them 6 points. Bishop Kelley is still going to win by 1, 40-39, as the Bishop Kelley Comets are going to win the first duel of this event. And the Del City Eagles are going to have to hope. They're going to have to hope for some upsets on the other side if they want to get their bid to the Dual State Championships here in a couple of weeks in Tulsa. Referees are going to finalize everything. Make sure that all of the points were added correctly. Once they do, they will declare the victor officially, and we will move on to the next duel. Congratulations to the Bishop Kelley Comets, who now have a 2-6 duel record as they beat the Del City Eagles 40-39 in their first round matchup here in the Guthrie High School Gymnasium in the Class 5A District 5 Dual State Qualifiers. As they shake hands, we're going to kick off line here for just a second, take a short break. 39-37 Del City. 39-37 Del City. So forgive me for calling what was on the mat. Apparently there was something wrong with some of the scoring on the team scoring that we were going off of up here. But the way it turns out, the Bishop Kelley Comets lose to the Del City Eagles 39-37. So the Del City Eagles will win their first round matchup. Not sure exactly what happened, but obviously some points were calculated incorrectly. I believe probably one of the forfeits that was had, probably around the 157, 165, probably didn't go in. So one of the kids got DQ'd, but that was for 1 point. Well, that cost him 6. So somewhere along the way, so that would have been 7 points. So somewhere around that 157, 165 pound weight, some points happened or didn't happen that weren't accounted for by our group down there calling the score. So we were just going off of what was being scored. But once the dust settled and they finalized all of that, Del City Eagles officially win this duel 39-37. And they are going to win the first round of this District 5, this Class 5A District 5 dual state qualifier. Next up, we're going to have Guthrie versus Bishop Kelley. Bishop Kelley's going to stay put, and Guthrie is going to hop on the mat. For all you Guthrie fans that are watching out there, you're going to get to see your Blue Jays compete next, and then you will see them compete last against Del City, and we will be back for both of those matchups here shortly. We're going to take a quick break off the mic. We're going to leave the cameras on so you guys can watch your teams warm up, and then we will be back here in about 5 minutes.
Hello and welcome inside the high school huddle. We get set for the 2025-2026 wrestling season here in the great state of Oklahoma. We're going to be with you all season long as we watch some of the best teams and wrestlers across the state of Oklahoma. I'm Chris Evans. Join me again on the show will be Phil Nichols, the voice of the state tournament and dual state tournament, and also two-time national champion, three-time All-American Sean Silvas. This is going to be a fun season.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. Really looking forward to highlighting these kiddos, young men and young women across the state of Oklahoma, competing in what I think is the toughest sport that there is. There's a lot of tough sports out there, Sean. I mean, you know about this. You don't become a two-time national champion, three-time All-American not knowing that, right?
Yeah. No, and it's going to be fun just being able to talk about, wrestling sort of gets under promoted, if you will, and an opportunity to just let these kids that do put in so much time, so much effort, and their coaches just kind of working behind the scenes, get an opportunity to just let them get some recognition for all the hard work they do.
Yeah.
And we're going to do this every Monday night, 6 o'clock live. And what the great thing about the high school huddle is the interaction with you, the viewer. You put your comments in, we're going to pop on the screen, and we're going to talk about what you want to talk about from your favorite wrestler, your favorite school, whatever you want to talk about, we want to talk about with you because we learn a lot from you as well. And we're going to do this every Monday night at 6 o'clock. And if you've seen the football program, it's going to be exactly like that, and I can't wait for it.
Now, it's going to be a good time. Hopefully, as the show goes, it'll be evolving. We want to hear from you the things you'd like to see. So if there's certain aspects of the show you want us to add, if that's possible, we'll definitely do that. I'd love to talk about, we get down to tournament time, Sean, predictions and who's going to come out on top and who isn't from a team perspective, as well as individually. Those are fun conversations. We invite all of you to get involved. Fire your opinions to us because all across the state of Oklahoma, you guys know these kids better than us in some situations.
Yeah, and not just your comments, but you guys know the fun interviews that we can have. There's a lot of characters in wrestling that go, coaches that are good interviews or people that are fun to talk to. There's a lot of referees that enjoy good conversation. So if there's people that that we should be interviewing, let us know those names as well so we can reach out and maybe get them on the show as well.
Yeah, we're going to have guests all season long. That's going to be a really cool thing about this show. And I'll be interested, can Stillwater, can Chickasha, can Tuttle, can Blackwell all recapture what they did last year, state championship? There's a few names.
Tuttle can.
There's a few names in there.
I'll go ahead and lock down Tuttle now.
So maybe who will give Tuttle the best challenge?
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with that. So, all right. That and a whole lot more all season long right here on the High School Huddle, Monday night at 6 o'clock. Man, we ask that you share and subscribe. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on all those. But our home channel is our YouTube channel. So subscribe, hit the like button, all that great stuff to really help out our show. And we're going to talk to you every Monday night at 6 o'clock here on the High School Huddle.
Welcome back inside the Guthrie High School gymnasium for the District 5 dual state qualifiers here in Class 5A, hosted by the Guthrie High School. This is Sean Silvas alongside Chris Evans, and you are watching this broadcast live on the Guthrie news page. And Guthrie is fixing to take on Del City. Del City just finished up winning their previous duel against Bishop Kelley. And now, we are wrestling Bishop Kelley, and Bishop Kelley just finished up their duel against Del City. And Joel Landry now out to a 3-point lead with a quick takedown against Matthew Mai of Bishop Kelley. And we're back to action here. An exciting first round duel matchup as Del City squeaks out a win. They win 5 of the 14, out of the 12 wrestled matches. Del City won 5 of those. And of the 5, they still picked out a win. Roll through tilt by Joel Landry here. Goes through it for it again. He'll get it this time. Almost always Joel, the second time he hits that roll through tilts when he scores with it. He's going to pick up 4 points for the near fall once he lets go of that hold. Still going to keep that arm, so he's still going to not get points for the tilt. Can't score with the same move twice, so as long as he has a hold of the same move. There it is, 4 points for Joel Landry as he works back to the chicken wing. He went from a roll through tilt to the chicken wing. He's got the inside bar, going to run it around the top, and that's tight, folks. Looks like he's going to pick up a fall here at 106 pounds, and that's going to do it. Start this matchup. Guthrie up 6 as he picks up 16 points for the Bluejays. Replay here, Joel Landry. He's got that chicken wing, grabs that inside bar, misses it, but goes ahead, keeps the tie waist, just runs it around, sits down on the head. You can see him driving that far shoulder into the mat, not giving Mai a chance to get up, and he's going to pick up 6 points. Moving on to 113 pounds. Bishop Kelley's going to be wrestling Matthew Magnus. And he's going to be taking on Guthrie's Uriah Sisk, who with a quick high C takedown picks up 3 points and now gets right to that tight waist bar arm. He's going to grind that thing in right up to a stack on the outside as they go out of bounds. I was talking earlier, Bishop Kelley won 7 of the matches they just wrestled. So 12 matches were wrestled in the previous duel. Bishop Kelley wins 7, but because of a disqualification that happened at 165 pounds, they end up losing 9 points on that entire dilemma, and then they end up losing the duel by 2. So big-time upset. Del City pulls, and they win against Bishop Kelley. And now Bishop Kelley's Matthew Magnus is on bottom of Uriah Sisk, who's up 3-0, minute 19 seconds to go in the second. Gets to his quad pod. Looks like he's trying to get to his feet here as he rolls through a little Granby roll, gets out and gets behind. There's Coach Jaden and Jeremy Davenport. Jaden on his feet. Jeremy coaching from the chair. Alex Fields there in the black hat as well. That's Guthrie's coaching staff. Low-level single here by Magnus. It looked like he was going to come out the back, and now Uriah able to scramble back underneath, and now he's coming out the back door. Similar situation, just a change of tide. And Uriah Sisk here's got him stacked up. He's going for this cradle-type stack here. You can see him weaseling his arm over top. That elbow's high, but he's trying to dig it through and peel off hands. You can see back there in the back, he's trying to peel the hand off his foot. Kind of a clever move there by Uriah as he picks up 3 for the takedown, and now he's primed for his cradle. He's got it locked, heading the whole cradle, but Magnus able to pull the hand off the head and squirm his way out with 20 seconds to go. And Magnus out twice, ends up getting 2 points. Uriah Sisk so far has 2 takedowns, both for 3 points apiece. That's going to be 6-2 as we come down now under 10 seconds. Nice little high C. Try to fireman's, it got stopped. Now he's rolling back through off this high C. Trying to get around. Good scramble here at the buzzer. No points scored. As we go into the second period, Guthrie's Uriah Sisk is leading Matthew Magnus of Bishop Kelley 6-2. And Coach Jaden and Jeremy Davenport coaching up their sophomore wrestler, Uriah Sisk. Uriah currently ranked number 8 in Class 5A. Currently ranked number 8. Finally cracked the top 10 for the first time in his career. Having the best season of his wrestling career. Started in junior high and is finally getting to a winning style here as a sophomore. Has got there quickly. It's hard to get there this fast, but Uriah's doing a great job. Him and Joel Landry both have cracked into the top 10 this year. And both these guys are partners. No surprise, they're starting to find success with their efforts. Looks like we're going to get just a 1 count on the near fall. Magnus able to just squirm back up. And Uriah Sisk now riding that ankle, going to try to pull up another cradle here on this inside cradle from the far side. Looks like he's almost got it locked up underneath, but Magnus is fighting hands. You can see all the hands are in there. Magnus is trying to pull that lock, but now Sisk. He tipped it over a second time, but only got 1 count. It's the second time that's happened. He's still got his hands locked, but he doesn't have the knees bent. Be best to have his elbow pit in the knee pit, but right now his leg is in the way, so he's not able to take the knee to the head, which makes his cradle harder. But he's trying to figure it out, trying to fumble his way through it here. Now he's out to the side. Now he's got his elbow in the knee pit, and now he's got this cradle locked up correctly. This is tight. It's looking good. 42 seconds to go. And Uriah Sisk picks up 6 more points for the Blue Jays, and that's going to put them up 12-0. Did a nice job here. Once he got his leg out of the way and he got that elbow pit into the knee pit, he was able to roll this around. It just got his position right. And as soon as he got him on his back, it was just a couple seconds later. That was a fall. Nice job fighting for that cradle, fighting for that position. And Uriah Sisk picks up 6 more. We're going to move on to 120 pounds. Guthrie's Aiden Smith is going to be taking on Bennett Mickles, I believe. Nice high C fireman's carry. In just a nice fireman's carry to his back. That's going to be a 7-point takedown if Mickles can get off his back, as he cannot. And just like that, 6 more points for the Blue Jays, as now they're up 18-0. Aiden Smith, currently ranked number 8 in Class 5A, shows why as he picks up a nice takedown to a fall. And we're going to move on to 126-pound freshman Kyler Wilder, going to be wrestling for the Blue Jays, and he's going to be taking on Drew Bell of Bishop Kelley. As he gets to work here, Wilder now with a snap down position, had the inside tied, snaps him down. And now Drew Ball's got that elbow deep as Wilder's going around trying to get to a cradle. Now he gets behind, gets back, there's the 3 points. And Drew Ball of Bishop Kelley now on bottom, down by 3, works for a stand-up. But Kyler Wilder's got a cradle hooked up on the far side. You can see it locked. Going to post his leg and try to push back. Now he's got him on his back. He's going to pick up near fall. As long as Ball is able to keep that shoulder, see, he's pushing with his left arm, and that's getting his shoulder off the mat. If Kyler can get that shoulder to drop down in front of his shoulder, then he will get the fall. But right now, Ball doing a good job keeping his arm up. There, that arm just got sucked down underneath. Now it's trouble for Ball. The arm's sucked underneath, and there's the pin. Once that arm drops, the shoulder drops. That elbow comes down, the shoulder comes down, and that's the pin. And Ball was trying to figure something else out, and in doing so, ends up getting himself pinned. See, his arm's up right now. That elbow's up. Watch this inside shoulder drop. You see it disappear? Now he's in trouble, and just like that, it's going to be a fall once that inside arm drops. That's everything on a cradle. Good job there, Kyler Wilder. And that's 4 pins in a row for the Blue Jays, as they are now up 24-0 over the Bishop Kelley Comets. As we roll into the 132-pound matchup, and Amari Watson of the Blue Jays in his first season with a nice little ankle pick, low level to start things off. In his senior season, going to try wrestling for the first time. And the Blue Jays were happy they put some shoes on those feet. And watch him go. Nice takedown there for Amari Watson as he's up now 3-0 over Graham Parker. And Guthrie Parker now finds himself on bottom of Amari Watson, who's floating behind, staying behind them arms, doing a good job there. As he posts that inside leg, locked hands by Amari. And here's a nice little inside pick. Swims for the double and picks up the 3. Beautifully done by Amari Watson, showing off that speed that we saw on the football field. And, folks, if we got the wrong name, I do apologize. There's a few names listed. There's a nice little outside pick again. Same shot for Amari. Finished it the other way. I'm not sure if we got Guthrie Parker or not, but we're going to stick with that. Like I say, there's several wrestlers listed at both weights above and below, so if they've bumped guys around or moved guys around, we just don't know these guys well enough to know who they are, so I apologize. But we're going to go with Guthrie Parker, and Parker now down 6-3. He scored with 2 escapes, and then Amari locked his hands. Nice single leg again. Amari finding something he likes. Able to just douse in there like a snake. Watch him catch these ankles. Just diving in quick. Looks like he's starting to find his groove a little bit. Fun to watch him on the football field this season. It's fun that he came out for wrestling as a senior. Sure would have been a lot more fun had he come out as a 7th grader. Trying for that same shot, but now Guthrie Parker is starting to wise up to that approach. As we're down under 10 seconds in this first period so far, he tries that shot again, and he's whiffing twice. And now Parker's starting to figure it out as he's now almost behind. There's Amari Watson there for Guthrie. A good shot there of Guthrie Parker as well. Bishop Kelley's 132-pound wrestler. As we get started in the second period, choice goes to Bishop Kelley. And Guthrie Parker goes down. Amari Watson of Guthrie is on top. Bishop Kelley in the black singlets with the red stripes around the outside. Guthrie Blue Jays in the black singlets with the gray accents, if you will. Guthrie, obviously the home team on the score clock. They are blue on your screen. Bishop Kelley in the red. Going for a cradle on the top side here is Amari Watson. And Graham Parker reaching up for that leg. And now Amari's got his hands locked, just not sure what to do with it. Jumped over, put himself in danger, and now Guthrie Parker's trying to wrestle through this. Nearly gets out. Somehow Amari stays on top, and now Parker just gets up, walks away, and we're back on our feet here in a 2-point match. Graham Parker slowing things down here. Minute to go into the second. Watson, a lot of steam has come off that shot that he's taken. He's had a couple real slick ankle pick type takedowns, but a lot of that steam has come off those now. And Parker able to stick with it. He dang near caught a little snatch off his own. And now Watson's back in on a single leg in that scramble. Parker almost hit that ankle pick, missed it, and Amari Watson answers back with a shot. He was in deep, and now Parker's pushing back. He's staying long, he's staying straight, he's doing that right, and able to get the stalemate. And with that stalemate, we go back to the center in the second period with 26 seconds to go. Amari Watson of Guthrie up 6-4 over Graham Parker. Amari with a heavy overtime. Now he's got the inside tie. And now Watson's starting to back up quite a bit as Parker's starting to march him down a little bit. A little bit of momentum shift here. Parker's got it. There's a shot there. Looks like Parker was trying to wait that out. The first period ended with Graham Parker nearly scoring a go-behind. Second period ends the same way, but both times Parker was not able to finish. And now Amari Watson of Guthrie. His choice, he goes neutral. And there's a shot by Parker. Looks like he's wearing down Watson. He's got him wore down. He hits the high C on the far side, gets the takedown, and now for the first time in this match, he's up 7-6. With 1 point lead, he's got 1 minute and 40 seconds to stay on top. If he can stay on top and finish on top, he'll win this match. And if Watson gets away, it'll be a tied-up match in any man's game to that point. Watson got to his feet. Parker got him back down. Now Watson's almost to his feet again. And Parker brings him back down to the mat again. He's got a half on the far side. So hard to get up off bottom. Hardest position in wrestling is bottom position. And Watson was able to get to his feet twice. Can he do it a third time? It's going to take a lot. He's got a minute to get out. He's got to figure something out. And Parker just has to finish on top. Surprised we haven't seen a stall call yet, but just like that, Amari Watson. Parker goes for a crossface and whiffs. Gets too high, and Watson just peeks out, gets to his feet. We're tied now with 40 seconds to go. Little scramble here on the edge. And just like that, big-time headlock by Graham Parker. And that is a 7-point takedown. 3 for the takedown, 4 for the near fall, and stuck on his back is Amari Watson. There's 20 seconds left to go in this third period. Amari's trying to just keep himself from getting pinned. He's got to keep that shoulder up. You can see it coming down. You can see it falling down. There it's slowly close. There's 5 seconds to go. Amari's trying to fight. He does not want to give up the team points. He's just trying to save team points. And Graham Parker at the end of the third period catches Amari Watson on his knees and throws a beautiful headlock here. Watch this little lat drop, headlock, boom. Comes up and catches it. Textbook. Did a great job feeling that. And picks up the takedown. Good job, Amari Watson, fighting off his back. He's only going to give up 3 team points. Could have been 6. What a fun match that was. It was all Amari Watson early. And then Parker just slowly but surely fights his way back. And that was the first win of this match for Bishop Kelley. 5 matches in, they finally pick up a win as they try to switch their momentum and go into 138 pounds. But Guthrie's Aiden Harden, currently ranked number 8 in the state in Class 5A, will have something to say about that as he takes on Connor Chandler of Bishop Kelley at 138 pounds. It's been a lot of fun watching Aiden Harden develop over these past couple of seasons. He made the varsity lineup as a freshman and had a lot of good matches, showed a lot of promise, and we've seen a lot of growth out of him. And right before Christmas, found himself ranked in the top 10 of the state for the first time. He cracked that top 10 and has been climbing ever since. And now he's got this awkward situation trying to keep his ankle back as Chandler did a good job catching that foot. Aiden wasn't able to cut the corner in time and hide those ankles. And Chandler was able to catch that ankle and get up. Harden now gets his leg back and immediately dives back in. Does a good job here as he finishes that takedown. Textbook. That's going to be 3 points for Harden with a minute to go on top. A lot of length and a lot of leverage from Aiden Harden for a 138-pound wrestler. He's been giving a lot of guys a lot of fits. He's got a very unique style because of his height, and he's starting to play into that well. And Connor Chandler now on bottom has got to try to find a way to get up with 45 seconds left. He's got time to score, but watch out for Aiden Harden. He likes to score on top as well. Very dominant wrestler on the top position once he gets things going. And right now, Connor Chandler stuck down here on bottom, and Aiden Harden starting to pull elbows. He's got a cross-face far arm. He'll look for getting a little high now. Chandler's got him real high. Harden able to slip those legs in and get that leverage to work on top. Sitting in saddle, nice. He's got to get the head down and walk the elbow up. Half under the shoulder never works. You got to get a half under the elbow. Going to try to Turk and use those hips and pull that leverage. He'll pull the hips and then the head, but not able to. Connor Chandler does a good job on bottom, avoiding any score. And on this replay from the takedown, Aiden Hart did a nice job dropping down to that single, and then he just cuts the corner and dumps that crack down to the other side and picks up the 3-point takedown. Choice goes to Guthrie. Aiden Harden goes bottom. Connor Chandler of Bishop Kelley on top. Harden gets right to his feet here. Does a good job here, trying to be tough to take down. Chandler trying to get that return, not able to. Harden turns and faces and gets the escape, now up 4-0. Harden dives in on a shot. Chandler able to catch that. And now Harden for this cement mixer here, this little cow catcher, this snake. Catches it. He catches him here. He gets the 3 points for the takedown. Hats off to Connor Chandler, able to just gut his way through that. Basically sacrificing the flexibility of his own neck to just twist his way out. And he got out, but not before he gave up a takedown and some near fall. Down 9 points now, as Harden now has hooked that position back up. We find ourselves in the same position again. This time Chandler not able to get out. Aiden Harden's got him in a deep half. He's got the arms caught, and that's going to be 6 points for the Bluejays as Aiden Harden picks up a pin at 138 pounds. Watch this replay here. Harden able to get this elbow high. He doesn't quite catch the chin. He's more got a half and not the chin. But the second time he comes through with it, looks up at the camera and gets the fall. A little showmanship there by Aiden Harden. And we're going to move on to 100. At 44 pounds, Guthrie's Luke Lyons, currently ranked number 2 in Class 5A. It's going to be taken on Cole Hill of Bishop Kelley at 144 pounds. Shot here on the left side by Hill. Dominating that underhook and drops to that shot. He's got Luke out to the outside now. He's got him out of bounds. As they work out of bounds. Minute and 30 seconds left to go in this first period. Luke Lyons now going to have to get to work. As Cole Hill doing a good job controlling that elbow of Lyons so far. He's getting those inside ties, kind of slowing down. Now he's got the underhook. Really dominating the inside position so far is Cole Hill. Luke Lyons has got to try to get those hands active and get out of these hanging ties. Inside trip attempt. Underhook to an inside hip trip. He misses it, but now he's jacking up both those elbows. 58 seconds now to go in the first. Lyons now gets the inside ties. Struggling out of that ear to ear. Now he starts to get moving. He snaps him down, catches. That movement is what saves him here. And once Luke Lyon gets movement going, he's a lot of trouble for anyone as he gets the takedown here in the first for 3. But Hill's got a deep whizzer now. He's going to whizzer himself out and pick up an escape here shortly. Like saying, if Luke Lyons is busy and moving, he's a problem for anyone. Hill was able to get him to stick in those ties and make that first minute long. Luke Lyons now getting those ties and starting to work, playing with his headgear, gets caught, and now Hill's in on a deep shot. We're going to end the first period here. Nice little high C. Seen Guthrie hit several of these out of these ear-to-ear ties. Luke nearly picks up a near fall point, was not able to, but he took him down to his back. Nice job there by Lyons. Choice goes to Guthrie, and they're going to go bottom. Scratch that, referee got the order wrong, so choice went to Bishop Kelley. So Cole Hill chooses down. Luke Lyons of Guthrie on top now. Hill on his feet, trying to square up and get his leg back. And Luke Lyons drops to the single and nearly took Hill back down to his back. Hill does a good job getting off. But now Luke Lyons trying for this inside head cradle. I guess head in the side cradle. Hanging that arm over top. Hill's got a hold of a wrist now. And this is going to leave Luke Lyons high and allow Cole Hill to get the escape. Luke left his wrist up there hanging on for the cradle, and Cole Hill was able to snag a hold of it and use that to just kind of not really gazoni his way out, but get his way out. 2 escapes is going to put him within 1 point, and there's that underhook. He goes back for that inside trip. From the inside trip, transitions to an outside single. Lyons doing a good job of scrambling here, but Cole Hill so far all over him in this second period. And Lyons now able to get his leg out and back. It's a good sign when his leg is straight. He's got to keep it straight. And now he starts to hustle around behind, trying to get behind. He's behind. No 2 yet. Hill was able to come to his feet. As Lyons drops down, catches the 3 points, and is now looking for near fall. Doesn't get any yet. Lyons trying to keep those legs split, which is going to keep Hill's hips square to the mat in a wrong way. Being patient here. Now he's picking up near fall, and Luke Lyons has got Hill in all kinds of trouble. Hill will stand in this match, but this is going to be a 4-point near fall that's going to be a problem if he can get off his back. Luke Lyons just fighting here, trying to get his shoulder on top, and Hill fighting to get his belly towards the mat. As we end the second period, Luke Lyons picks up 4 more points for the near fall, and that's going to put him up 10-2. Luke Lyons at Guthrie, his choice. He's going to go bottom. Currently up 10-2. As the Guthrie crowd starts to file in, some of the kids are out of class this hour, so they're coming to watch the district duels, watch their team compete. Luke Lyons on bottom now. Definitely a fan favorite, senior here at Guthrie High. A lot of fans in the stands are happy to be here to watch him, but now he's fixing to be in a spladle. Legs in a spladle, not a good spot for Luke. He's got to be careful here not to get tipped over as he works his head out, trying to get his head out. If he can get his head out, he'll get his reversal. And now he's looking for near fall on that far side. 1 swipe, looks like 2 swipes. You can see the referee holding his 2 fingers. And that's 2 points he's going to be awarded if he doesn't get more. 3, 4. Looks like he's going to get a 4-point near fall now instead of 2. Good job, Luke Lyons, holding on to that and making that work. Referee John Becker right there in on the action. And now Luke Lyons out to a big-time lead. This will be a major decision victory if he does not pick up the fall or pick up any more near fall. So far, bonus points is what this is called. A normal win for your team is 3 points. And if you win by more than 8 points, it gets your team 4 points. And if you win your match by 15 points, then your team will earn 5 points. And if you win your match by a pin, your team will get 6 points. So Luke Lyons is past the 8-point threshold. Therefore, his team will get a bonus. That's 3 points plus the 1 bonus for the win if he can stay in the lead. But if he can score any more, chance for a tech fall or even a pin. But Cole Hill, who has made this match exciting, is now trailing very far. Luke Lyons is looking for that inside cradle, and Cole Hill's holding onto that wrist, trying to pull it back. Luke Lyons goes right back to that head in the hole cradle, trying to bow him up and get them hands locked. But with 13 seconds to go, doesn't look like that's going to happen. Cole Hill doing a good job fighting off any more near fall. And Luke Lyons is going to be your winner at 144 pounds for the Blue Jays. That's going to be 4 more team points for Guthrie. And that is going to be 6 of the 7 matches wrestled have gone to the Blue Jays in what has so far been a one-sided dual matchup here in District 5, Class 5A. And coming up next at 150 pounds, Colton Stevens of Guthrie. Oh, look at that, pops his head out. Pops his head out and gets more near fall, Luke Lyons. And we're going to be Guthrie's 150-pounder Colton Stevens, currently ranked number 7 in Class 5A, is going to be taking on Jake LaSalle of Bishop Kelley. Jake LaSalle of Bishop Kelley, not confident that is who this is. They do have several wrestlers here at this weight, and they are bumping some guys around, so this could be someone else. We did not watch this guy wrestle the last duel, so it could be someone else, but there's a takedown 3 for Colton Stevens, who has recently gone from 157 down to 150 pounds, finds himself ranked number 7 in Class 5A. Picks up 3 on the takedown. Now Colton is getting to work here on top. He's got the chicken wing on the far side, runs it towards the head, and LaSalle now in all kinds of trouble as Colton Stevens picks up at least 4 for the near fall, but he's transitioning and trying to get the fall. There's the transition. He's got him in all kinds of trouble now. He's going to scoop that head now on the backside, settle in under that arm. Now LaSalle's getting that inside arm through. If he can get it through, he can get out, but not before getting pinned as Colton Stevens picks up the fall. That is 6 more points for Guthrie, and the Blue Jays are now out 40 points to 3 over the Bishop Kelley Comets. Replay here of Colton Stevens' takedown. Did a nice job. Just snap down, go behind, hustle move as he covers the hips and gets right into that chicken wing. Ends up pulling that over into this position where he gets the reverse half and picks up the fall. Well done by Colton Stevens. Next up, 157 pounds, Jayton Tucker of Guthrie is going to be taking on Bodie Harris of Bishop Kelley. Bodie Harris currently ranked number 8 in Class 5A. And Jayden Tucker, we have seen him wrestle a couple times on this varsity squad as Colton Stevens has gone down to 157. I'm sorry, from 157 down to 150. Some spots have opened up. And Tucker has wrestled as high as 190 pounds, and over the last couple of years has lost quite a bit of weight, getting down to a more manageable size for his frame. As Bodie Harris gets a takedown for 3 to start this match at 157 pounds. Getting to work here on top is Bodie Harris. He's got the inside bar arm here over Tucker. Staying square on these hips, driving forward, trying to put position down. Tucker now for the Blue Jays, gets the escape. It's going to earn him a point. Harris now for Bishop Kelley. Bishop Kelley's in the black with a red trim, and Guthrie's in the all black with the gray trim. Guthrie currently up 40-3 in the team scores. Nice outside single shot here by Tucker. In deep at the whistle, but runs out of time before the whistle. Before time allows. Not able to finish that shot. Choice goes to Bishop Kelley. They go bottom. Standing switch there by Harris. And that's going to be a 2-point reversal. Going to put him up 5-1 over Tucker. Tucker battling here on bottom, trying to keep his hands in good position. Trying to get him on the mat so he can base up. He got him on the mat. Steps up into a cradle. Bodie Harris locks it up. He's going to try to get around to the side and post his leg up. And Tucker's got to try to stay long and stay strong. He doesn't want Harris to go around that side. But now Harris able to hoss that thing back. He pulls back. And Jaden's elbow is on the inside, which means his shoulder is probably up. Can't quite see up inside there. Referee's taking a peek. Doesn't seem like anything too bad yet. Now he's keeping his – Tucker's got – you can see that inside up. Now his arm's dropping through and he kicks out. 4 points for near fall. Going to bump Bodie Harris up 9-1. Good shot there. Those guys down on the mat. And now Tucker's doing a good job. He got from his belly, got back up to his base. He's got to try to keep those hands on the mat so he can start trying that tripod. And Bodie Harris just being a hammer here on top, breaking down Jaden Tucker and keeping him on his belly. 30 seconds to go here in this second period. 157-pound matchup, and now Tucker fighting off this half, doing a good job. He's got a good posture. He's got his head high, posted strong. Did a good job fighting that half. And Bodie Harris, though, transitions right back to something else as he goes back and forth. And there's another half attempt. And Tucker's got to quit peeling that. And he's got all kinds of trouble here, but they run out of. So it is Bodie Harris on top. Bodie Harris hits that half and picks up a couple more near fall. Currently 11-1. Bodie Harris over Jaden Tucker. Now Tucker's got the inside tie, and he did shoot and get in on a leg earlier, but now Bodie Harris in on an outside single. Trying to get around the side. Look for him to try to get his knee behind, and now he's going to try to put that leg up on his hip. He shelves it. Does that the way you're supposed to and picks up the takedown. Now Jaden Tucker on bottom down 14-1. Does a nice little sit out here. Almost gets around behind, but not able to score. And Bodie Harris up 14-1. That's a 13-point lead. He's got a major decision victory as he's looking for a cradle on the far side. Tucker able to fight that cradle off with a minute to go. So look for Bodie Harris here to try to score one more time with near fall. If he can get a technical fall, which is a 5-point bonus win for his team. And look for Jaden Tucker to try to just keep Harris from scoring any points or to stay off his back or just to keep that from happening so he can save that extra team point. There's going to be a battle here, not for the win per se, just for the position. Jaden Tucker knows he doesn't want to give up any more points, and Bodie Harris knows that he needs a couple of more points in order to score bonus for his team. 20 seconds left to go. Referee calls stalling on Jaden Tucker. Not going to make much of a difference as Jaden Tucker doesn't have to get out here if he wants, and he doesn't. There's a locked up that cradle. This could matter, and there's the near fall that's going to get the tech fall at the whistle. Bodie Harris pulls off the tech fall. 4-point near fall means it's going to be 5 points for Bishop Kelley's team as they win their second match of this duel. And now we're going to move on to 165 pounds for Guthrie's Clayton Carey. Is going to take on Beckett Jackson. Beckett Jackson currently ranked number 7 in Class 5A, and Clayton ranked number 2 in Class 5A. Wrestled last weekend at the Carl Albert tournament, the number 1 ranked wrestler in 5A, down to the wire, a 1-point match. So Clayton as good as any wrestler in the state right now at 165 pounds, and shows it there with a nice little underhook to a high C. He comes out. Jackson trying the headlock. And he takes Clayton Carey to his back for 3, and now giving him near fall. And Clayton Carey in all kinds of trouble here, fighting like a dog to get off his back. He's got the inside shoulder up. His inside left shoulder is up, so he's going to keep from getting pinned, but not before giving up 7 points. And now he's got to get to work, and work is what Clayton Carey can do. And just like that, in the last week against the best kid in the state, Clayton Carey was down 7-1 to start the match, and he made it all the way back to the end. So this is some familiar territory for him, but it's going to be a climb here with a minute to go in the first period. Carey now shucks that off, and Jackson goes right back to the upper body where he had success moments ago. He went from that underhook, and now Clayton, high C, gets back on this high C. He's been there twice now, sets him down for 3. That's going to be 3 points, Clayton Carey, and that's going to put him in within 3. Try for the cradle on the top side. Seen a lot of cradles out of Guthrie tonight, or today. Carey now gets back in this match with that takedown, down by 3. 28 seconds left to go in the first. Beckett Jackson up 7-4. Now Carey trying to keep those hips down as Beckett gets to quad pod, gets to a stand-up now. And Carey's got to try to wrestle him down here out of bounds, gets him broke back down. Beckett Jackson now trying to fight back to his feet. He's got his hands on the mat, trying to get back to quad pod. Now he's back to his feet. Carey trips him down again as they go out of bounds with 6 seconds left to go in the period. And on this replay, nice little high C, picks the knee and takes him down for 3. Good job, Clayton Carey there, making that comeback in the first. 6 seconds to go. Beckett Jackson up 7-4 over Clayton Carey on top as we finish out the first period. And what was an exciting one so far, Beckett Jackson comes out, they do a little upper body. Carey gets caught on his back, fights off, gets 1, comes back with a takedown, finishes on top, but still down by 3. Choice goes to Jackson, he goes down. Guthrie's Clayton Carey on top, and we're back to work here in the second period. Boy, Beckett's doing a good job just getting to his feet. He gets to his hands, he gets to his quad pod, he gets to his feet. Now Carey's got to let him go, and we're back to action. Nice little misdirection. He missed on it, but he hit it. He faked everyone on it, just shot from too far out. Minute and 38 seconds left to go inside the second period. Clayton Carey of Guthrie in the black singlet, gray trim. Beckett Jackson of, nice little high C. There's the knee pick again. Third time he's got there, second time he scored. 3 points for the takedown, and he's getting near fall now as they go out of bounds. He's going to get 3 points for the near fall. 3 count for the near fall. Watch this little pick. Picks the ankle, picks it up, stays on his feet, transitions to the double, catches the half on the way out, and as they go out of bounds was able to get a 3 count. And just like that, Clayton Carey goes up 10-8, and he's on top now and in control of this 165-pound matchup. And now, look at that, Beckett Jackson getting crafty here, looking for a defensive fall. Carey's got to let him go. He's got to circle out towards the head. He's staying back on these hips. And that's going to be an escape by Beckett Jackson, who's now down by 1. As we're back to action, I guess they're going to stay inbounds. They're going to work their way back inbounds. Beckett Jackson's locking up double overhooks. Look for him to try to throw these double overhooks. And Clayton does a good job just getting those elbows back and not playing that game. Look for him to stick to just bread and butter here with that nice little pick. He's done it on both sides. He scored with it. And Jackson does a good job setting that down. This time tries to throw it, but then Carey rolls through it and catches the 3 and now catches him on his back. Jackson's not fighting near as hard this time. He's wearing down. There's 20 seconds left to go, and Clayton Carey has been a pinner all season, and Beckett Jackson stuck on bottom, and that's going to be a fall for Clayton Carey as he picks up 6 more points for the Bluejays, down 7-1, climbs his way back and finds a way to win with the fall. And Clayton Carey, giving his mother a heart attack, finds a way to pick up 6 points for these Bluejays. Nice takedown to a pin. Look at this. You can see the wind was out of the sails of Jackson here as Carey gets on top, and there was nowhere to go. Had him sucked down and stuck on the mat, and he picks up the fall in this duel. It's going to be another 6 points for the Bluejays as we bumped up to 175 pounds. Where Levi Dennis, the freshman for Guthrie, is taking on Spencer McPhee, I believe, of Bishop Kelley. Levi Dennis, the freshman, started off the year wrestling for the junior high team. Nice outside single here and finishes that. And as weights started to shift around, there was an opening at 175. And at the Duncan duel, they put him out there, and he had a big-time upset win. And coaches said, congratulations, you're now on varsity. And they have not looked back since. Wrestled good down in Duncan before Christmas and has been a great addition to this lineup for the Bluejays at 175 pounds. Gets a nice little takedown there. It's got to let him go. If you're on your feet and you don't look to return a guy, you're going to get called for stalling. That's what happened there. It doesn't cost you any points the first time. If he gets called for stalling again, it will cost him a point, but Levi Dennis will be more than happy to take that single leg. He got in on it the first time and scored. He's in there a second time, didn't score this time. Spencer McPhee fights it off, and Dennis somehow transitions to this high C. He's trying to score here on the edge, just running out of real estate. Normally would just get to his feet and run with it, but when you're on the edge of the mat, you can't do that. You got to try to circle him back in. Ran out of real estate there over on the Blue Jay side, so they went out of bounds with 20 seconds to go in the first. Levi Dennis up 3-1. He's got that inside collar control, 15 seconds to go. And Spencer McIntyre, I apologize, been calling him the wrong name, but there's a nice outside single again. Levi Dennis is timing that well. He's feeling that shot. Every time McIntyre reaches up and steps, Levi Dennis happy to snag up that single leg. Third time he's been on it, second time he's scored. Levi Dennis up 6-1 in the first. Choice goes to Bishop Kelley, and McIntyre goes down. Levi Dennis of Guthrie on top as we start the second period at 175 pounds. Back to action here. Dennis heavy on the side. Now remember, McIntyre was able to get to his feet in the first, and Dennis had to let him go, but this time Dennis has got him broke down, and he's got a chicken wing locked up, and McIntyre trying to just keep off his back. Dennis trying to get his hands situated. Not able to score there, but he had him broke down to his belly and nearly had some back points. Now he's got him back on his belly a second time. And Dennis has got a half on the far side. He's got it locked up. He's got a half. He's got a ball arm. McIntyre's in trouble. Levi Dennis has a minute and 20 seconds to get this pin. He's going to settle in here, and this is all kinds of trouble for McIntyre. Levi Dennis trying to pull up this pin. Gets the fall for the Blue Jays. The freshman does it again. And Levi Dennis, 6 more points for the Blue Jays. And just like that, Levi Dennis, outside singles to a half to a pin, gets the job done for the Blue Jays. As we move on to 190 pounds, where Guthrie's Rowan McComb is most likely going to pick up a forfeit here. And that's going to be 6 more points for Guthrie. And we'll move on to 215 pounds. And it looks like Guthrie is open at 215. So that match will not be wrestled either. And that's going to be 6 more points for Bishop Kelley. And now we are at heavyweight. And it looks like there is a forfeit at heavyweight. And Guthrie gets 6 more points. And that's going to do it, folks. This duel, 64-14. Guthrie beats Bishop Kelley in dominant fashion of the 12 matches wrestled. Guthrie wins 10 of those matches. Bishop Kelley does pick up a win at 132 and 157, but for the most part, it was all Guthrie, and it was all pins for them as they win 64-14 in this second round matchup of the District 5 Class 5A Dual State Qualifier. So as we sit, Del City wins the first match against Bishop Kelley. Guthrie just beats Bishop Kelley. And so Bishop Kelley will not win this tournament. It will come down to Del City and Guthrie, and they will duel next. So Guthrie versus Del City will be for the championship inside this District 5 Dual State Qualifier. The winner of the next match will be going on to state here in a couple of weeks. We're going to take a few minutes here on just for a quick break as we get ready for the next one, and we'll pick back up in time for that duel. We'll catch you back here in just a few on the GNP Network.
Hello and welcome inside the high school huddle. We get set for the 2025-2026 wrestling season here in the great state of Oklahoma. We're going to be with you all season long as we watch some of the best teams and wrestlers across the state of Oklahoma. I'm Chris Evans. Join me again on the show will be Phil Nichols, the voice of the state tournament and dual state tournament, and also 2-time national champion, 3-time All-American Sean Silvas. This is going to be a fun season.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. Really looking forward to highlighting these kiddos, young men and young women across the state of Oklahoma, competing in what I think is the toughest sport that there is. You know, there's a lot of tough sports out there, Sean. I mean, you know about this. You don't become a 2-time national champion, 3-time All-American not knowing that, right?
Yeah. No, and it's going to be fun just being able to talk about, wrestling sort of gets under promoted, if you will, and an opportunity to just let these kids that do put in so much time, so much effort, and their coaches just kind of working behind the scenes, get an opportunity to just let them get some recognition for all the hard work they do. Yeah.
And we're going to do this every Monday night, 6 o'clock live. And what the great thing about the high school huddle is the interaction with you, the viewer. You put your comments in, we're going to pop on the screen, and we're going to talk about what you want to talk about from your favorite wrestler, your favorite school, whatever you want to talk about, we want to talk about with you because we learn a lot from you as well. And we're going to do this every Monday night at 6 o'clock. And if you've seen the football program, it's going to be exactly like that. And I can't wait for it.
Now, it's going to be a good time. Hopefully as the show goes, it'll be evolving. We want to hear from you, the things you'd like to see. So if there's certain aspects of the show you want us to add, if that's possible, we'll definitely do that. I'd love to talk about, we get down to tournament time, Sean, predictions and who's going to come out on top and who isn't from a team perspective, as well as individually. Those are fun conversations. We invite all of you to get involved. Fire your opinions to us because all across the state of Oklahoma. You guys know these kids better than us in some situations.
Yeah, and not just your comments, but you guys know the fun interviews that we can have. There's a lot of characters in wrestling that go, coaches that are good interviews or people that are fun to talk to. There's a lot of referees that enjoy good conversation. So if there's people that you know that we should be interviewing, let us know those names as well so we can reach out and maybe get them on the show as well.
Yeah, we're going to have guests all season long. That's going to be a really cool thing about this show. And I'll be interested, can Stillwater, can Chickasha, can Tuttle, can Blackwell all recapture what they did last year, state championship? There's a few names.
Tuttle can.
There's a few names in there.
I'll go ahead and lock down Tuttle now.
So maybe who will give Tuttle the best challenge?
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with that. So, all right. That and a whole lot more all season long right here on the High School Huddle, Monday night at 6 o'clock. Man, we ask that you share and subscribe. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on all those. But our home channel is our YouTube channel. So subscribe, hit the like button, all that great stuff to really help out our show. And we're going to talk to you every Monday night at 6 o'clock here on the High School Huddle.
Welcome back, Oklahoma wrestling fans, to the Class 5A District 5 Dual State Qualifier, hosted by Guthrie High School. This is Sean Silvas alongside Chris Evans, and you're watching on the Guthrie News page. We are live inside the Guthrie High School gymnasium. Final duel of this, tournament. It's going to be Del City Eagles versus the Guthrie Bluejays. Both teams were victorious over Bishop Kelley, and that means the winner of this duel will be going on to the 5A Dual State Championships here in a couple of weeks in Tulsa. Captains have come out to the mat. Referee Sam McPhee has got things squared away, and it looks like we are fixing to take off on this duel. Now, just to note, Del City wrestled against common opponent today in Bishop Kelley, and they won 5 of the 12 wrestled matches, and there were some unfortunate situations with some disqualifications that earned Del City that win. And as Guthrie wrestled the last duel against Bishop Kelley, of the 12 matches wrestled, they won 10 of those matches. So Guthrie heavily favored in this duel as we kick it off at 106 pounds. And Thalia Taylor of Del City going to be taking on Joel Landry. Joel Landry currently ranked number 6 in Class 5A. Hits a nice outside single, swims to a double, and he picks up 3 points for the takedown. Sam McPhee going to be the referee of this duel, and the side judge, or the second ref, John Becker. Both these guys done a great job today as Joel Landry picks up a pin. That's going to be 6 points for Guthrie to start this duel off. And we move up to 112 pounds. Want to thank the Booster Club for providing lunch today. They included the media team, and we got to have some Golden Chicks. I want to thank Golden Chick as well. Booster Club fed all of the wrestlers for the Guthrie team, and then they obviously fed the coaches that were here and the media team that came. Wrestling here at 112-pound, Uriah Sisk, currently ranked number 8 in Class 5A, gets the single leg takedown over Bradley Wolf of Del City as he gets to work on top. Guthrie's going to be the team in black, and Del City will be the team in white. As Bradley Wolf now stuck on bottom of Uriah Sisk, who's got that seat belt, tilt, hooked up, rolled through. Didn't score yet, but he still got it hooked up. Got the seat belt, got the tilt. Looked like he's going to pick up some near fall. Wolf tries to roll back and catch him on his back, but wasn't able to use his arm to catch him because Sisk had it. Picks up 2 points, 2 near fall points. Referee swiped twice to pick up 2. Uriah Sisk now up 5-0. He's got the chicken wing hooked up on the same size, running around. He's got the barm. He's got the chicken wing. Wolf's got a good bridge here. You can see his shoulders off the mat. Sisk is going to have to settle in and work for a reverse half. He's got the reverse half now. He's got the arm underneath, and now Wolf's in a lot more trouble. He's got his arm caught underneath. He's fighting hard. He's doing a good job here. He's cutting back the other way, trying to keep the far arm up. And Sisk now pushing down the outside. Had him locked up in 3 of the 4 directions. And able to pick up the fall. That's 6 more points for Guthrie at 112 pounds. Replay here of that single leg. Drops it back to a crackdown. He's just going to follow around behind and pick up the 3. Nice job, Uriah Sisk, with the win. Moving on to 120 pounds, Aiden Smith of Guthrie, currently ranked number 8 Class 5A. going to be taking on Adrian Martinez. Saw Martinez in a fun match against Bishop Kelley earlier today. Nice double leg here. Aiden Smith, explosive out of those double legs, gets in deep and finishes hard. Aiden Smith picks up 3 there with that takedown. And he's back to work on top as they go out of bounds. Back to center, Adrian Martinez goes down. Aiden Smith on top. Martinez comes up. Smith puts him right back down to his belly. He's got the arm barred. Looks like he's got the seat belt on the far side. That seat belt's when you got that grip wrapped all the way around, so it's like there's a seat belt around the waist. Now he's dug the chicken wing in, trying to just tilt him back to the backside. Front side would be his left, back side would be his right. You can kind of take it either way depending on what you get. Martinez trying to get to his feet to get up and get out. Referee stops the match. Potentially dangerous. So anytime a wrestler stands up to his feet and his arm is trapped, the referee has to blow the whistle. There is a potential for danger. If a wrestler were to fall, he doesn't have a way to brace himself, so the first thing to hit the ground would be his head. And so to keep that from happening, if they stand up and their arm is trapped, the referee will blow the whistle. There's no harm there. There's no foul there. There's no malice there. It's just an unsafe position for the bottom wrestler. So the referee will stop the match like he did, and they will get reset as they did, and now they're back to work. Aiden Smith working to pull this bar arm into a hammerlock. Not able to get it. Hammerlocks when he puts that arm on the back. So right now Aiden's got the left arm of Martinez, and he's trying to put it on his back. If he's able to put it on his back, it's called a hammerlock. Now he swings for a half. He's got a half here on the far side, able to dump it over, just an outside stacked half. He's got the underarm, the arm underneath his back. He's got the half. Martinez bridging, but he's in all kinds of trouble with 10 seconds to go. Aiden Smith picks up the pin in the first, and that's another 6 points for the Bluejays at 120 pounds. Going back to this replay on this double leg, it was beautiful. Out of the underhooks, just goes in hard and fast, gets that takedown, and here's the half to the pin. Does a great job securing that. And again, Martinez got to his back, but when he got there, he was not able to move. He was just stuck there. And that's what allowed Smith to just wear him down and pin him at 126 pounds. Kyler Wilder of the Bluejays taking on Jacob McDonald of the Eagles in Del City. Wilder in the black, McDonald in the white. Wilder picked up a fall in his last match. As he gets in on a nice single leg here, he's got a head inside single, dumped him to a hip. McDonald able to get back up and get straight and get long, doing that right. But Wilder now sucks that leg back in, waiting on that hip pressure. He pulls it back in. Now he steps over the foot, gathers up double leg, doing a good job just transitioning here. And he's going to pick up 3 points for the takedown and look for him to crawl up and try to get near fall. Wasn't able to crawl up. McDonald able to get to his belly. But Wilder now straight on that seat belt. He's got the arm barred. He's got it caught. And now Wilder trying to pull back the chicken wing. There's a cradle on the top side. Staying busy on top. Goes from one thing to another. Trying to roll through. Catches the cradle. McDonald tried to roll out, and Wilder catches the cradle on the way through. Was not able to score with it, but McDonald gets loose and gets out, gets one. As we get down now around 30 seconds here in this first period, Kyler Wilder of Guthrie up 3-1 over Jacob McDonald of Del City. Wilder with the inside tie here. Sorry, with the over tie. McDonald's got the inside tie, shrugs it off. They get back to work. Wilder long, far out, takes a shot on that high C. Able to sneak underneath the hands of Jacob McDonald and pick up another takedown. That's going to put him up 6-1 to finish out this first period at 126 pounds. Replay here on this Nice little transition here. Wilder went from the single leg, goes back the other way and catches the double, and then hits another high C. Similar finish on both times. That's 2 takedowns. Kyler Wilder up 6-1 over Jacob McDonald as we start this second period. Trying to come up is Jacob McDonald, but Wilder puts him right back down to his head. Gathers up some hands, grabs the chicken wing, but the chicken wing was potentially dangerous. The way that works, when you pull up a chicken wing and your arm goes across the back, it has to stay at 90 degrees. If the hand of the wrestler on top goes towards the head at all, they will immediately stop the match because it works against the joint of the shoulder. It's not meant for malice, but sometimes it happens, and they stop it because there is such potential for danger. They will stop it before anything bad happens, and that's what happened there. And now Wilder back to work on top. He's got a 2-on-1 wrist lock there. Let go of it with one and gets the half on the far side. He's got the half. He's trying to run the head. Needs to reload that one time and can probably get it over. McDonald, there's the reload. And there's the shot right there. McDonald did a good job posting up. And Wilder hits the reload. Rocks him over for the fall. That's another pin for Kyler Wilder today. As the freshman in Guthrie doing a great job for the Bluejays at 126 pounds. Replay here as Wilder gets that readjust. He just reloads that half and pulls him over and gets the fall. Moving on to 132 pounds, Amari Watson of Guthrie. Going to be taking on Canyon McHenry of Del City. Amari Watson had some beautiful takedowns early on in his match earlier today. He ended up falling to the wrestler from Bishop Kelley, and now Canyon McHenry happy to take that takedown and pick up 7 points to start this match with 35 seconds left to go. Score 7-0. Amari tried for some type of a front headlock high flyer. Did not work, and Canyon McHenry happy to just take that double A, take him right to his back. Amari did a good job there, just doing a nice little hip heist to get out. Down to 1:10 in the first. Shot there by McHenry. Amari was picking ankles in the last match. Perhaps we'll see some more of that today in this one. McHenry doing a good job staying heavy and slowing Amari down. Inside heavy collar tie by. There's that ankle. He goes for it this time and catches it. But McHenry this time clamps down on the far ankle in the back and the head. But Watson able to pick up the takedown here. As they go out of bounds, that's going to be 3 points. Amari Watson now down 4-7. On his way back, he shoots across. Now watch him just turn the corner. He felt something there. Turns the corner, and McHenry just fell straight to his back when he did. Good job, Amari Watson, on the takedown. Now McHenry gets straight to quad pod. He's got his hands on the mat. Straight to quad pod, gets up, goes for the headlock. Amari Watson's got to try to get his hips to the front, rolls through. A little bit of a scramble here. McHenry nearly scores with a headlock, and now he's got it. And Amari found himself in a similar situation the last match. Stuck underneath of a headlock. Tough spot to be in. Was able to fight off the last time. We'll see if he can get to the end of the period here as he does. And just like that, Amari was starting to mount a comeback. McHenry was able to get another 7-point takedown. That's 2 in a row. Well, I guess that was a 6-point takedown. He didn't get all 4 near fall. Choice goes to Del City in the second. They choose bottom. Guthrie's going to go ahead and let him go. Amari's only success really has been off the takedown, so they're hoping they can get some more of these. Down 14-7 now. I'm sorry, 14-4. Kenny McHenry with 2 big 7-point takedowns has surmounted a pretty good 10-point lead here. He's in major decision territory right now just from the first period action. Watson's got an inside tie, but McHenry stopping it with a big, heavy overtime. Got an inside wrist lock as well. And Watson shoots that outside high C low ankle pick. He does a great job with it. He was in there and on it, just wasn't able to come up with it. McHenry did a good job stepping out of it. Minute to go now in the second. Canyon McHenry of Del City currently leads Amari Watson of Guthrie 14-4. Been a lot of action, a lot of big-time action. 2 7-point takedowns for McHenry. Watson now has got to get some motion going. He's got to get some type of motion going so he can pull off some of these fast attacks. If he stands there more, this is going to happen. It's exactly what happens. Canyon McHenry caught him sleeping and just caught the outside single, dumps him down, now puts him back on his back. This is going to be 7 more points for McHenry. And the fall. And the first win of the duel for Del City goes to Canyon McHenry as he gets the pin over Amari Watson of Guthrie. Moving on up to 138 pounds, Guthrie's Aiden Harden. Currently ranked number 8 in Class 5A, will be taking on Kyrese Freeman. Aiden picked up a fall in his match against Bishop Kelley earlier today. And Kyrese now in on a big double leg takedown. That's going to be 3 points for Kyrese Freeman. And now he gets to work on top. As Aiden Harden's got to try to find a way to get up and get out here. He does not want to get out of bounds if he can help it. Wrestling on the edge here, Kyrese. With a big lift and a return there as they get out of bounds. Back to the center now, minute 34 seconds to go. Aiden Harden of Guthrie on bottom in the black. And Kyrese Freeman of Del City is in the white. And Aiden Harden with the stand-up and escape gets 1. Current score 3-1. Nice pass by to a high C by Freeman. Strong defense here by Aiden Harden. Aiden using that length to get those legs back, using that leverage. But so far, Kyrese Freeman's been in on 2 attacks for Aiden Harden. Blowing right past those hands, getting straight to those legs. Harden with a pass by, goes for the double, catching the outside single to the left side. Freeman doing a good job of keeping heavy hips. So Harden lifts, comes out the back door, did a good job reading that. As the hips came on him, Harden just lifted with the hips. Gets him up and gets the score. Now he gets the bar arm tilt, and Aiden Harden goes to work on top. I think he's got a 3 count as of now, so he'll definitely get 3 points unless he can score more. There's the 3-point near fall. Aiden Harden now up 7-3. As he's got another chicken wing hooked up. He's got the bar arm. He's got to stick that shoulder. Once the shoulder gets caught, he'll roll him over. There it is. He got near fall, but Freeman now rolls that arm out. Now it looks like Freeman's trying to get out on top. Aiden Harden's got that arm tight. He's going to go pick up more near fall. There's the pin. Aiden Harden kept that arm, and Freeman, once he fell off, could not get off his back. Just got stuck there underneath the arm, and Aiden Harden, crafty in that position, picks up the second fall for his second fall of the night. Nice single leg finish here. He felt the hips come on, so he lifts, transitions, comes out the back. Nicely done there by Aiden Harden. And now here he catches the arm, and he knew he had that tight. He had it below the elbow, and he posted that arm and picked up the fall. And that is 6 more points for the Blue Jays. We are back to action here now at 144 pounds. Guthrie's Luke Lyons, currently ranked number 2 in the state in Class 5A, is taking on Hector Vargas of Del City. Big time double underhooks here by Vargas. Nearly caught Lyons. Lyons able to finagle his way out of bounds. Minute and 30 seconds to go in the first. Vargas now with a heavy. See how he's got that. He's pinching down on those elbows. And Lyons trying to get some movement going. Nice little snap. He snaps him down. Vargas reads that, goes into the double, now comes up with a single on the backside. Tried to shuck it by. Lyons able to catch the arm. Dumps him down for the short carry. Right there on the edge, and look for him to try to get some near fall. Real close to near fall here. He's got to step through that foot and get the Kansas ride. He's missing. He scooped the wrong foot, but he's trying to elevate it. Be better if he put his knee through the legs and scoop the bottom leg. But he is getting near fall either way. And Hector Vargas now stuck on his back here. Luke Lyons on top with 30 seconds to go. And just like that, Luke Lyons goes. Luke Lyons goes from a short carry, catches him on his back, and picks up 6 more points for the Bluejays. And that is a win for Luke Lyons of Guthrie. Watch this nice little short carry. He's got the elbow tight. Short carry, steps over the foot, swims for the back. And that is textbook short carry finish. And then from here just keeps on finagling, keeps on working, keeps on filling. Great shot there of that fall. And now we move on to 150 pounds. Guthrie's number 7 ranked Colton Stevens is going to be taking on Tydell Sneed of Del City. It's been a fun one so far. A lot of action, a lot of good stuff we're seeing here out of these 5A matchups. Nice pass by to an ankle pick. And just swept his feet right out from under him. Colton Stevens with a big-time takedown. Just looks ginormous at 150 pounds with that height, that size. He has been a problem for this 150-pound class ever since coming down after Christmas. Stevens currently ranked number 7 in Class 5A, has looked very good this season. And Tydell Sneed now stands up and gets away. And we're down 3-1 now. Kind of a half shot there by Colton Stevens. And now Sneed's got a heavy front headlock. He's heavy on that head. Sneed with a big headlock there. Colton Stevens just walks right into it. You could see it coming, you could feel it coming, and Sneed just happy to see the momentum. Stevens doing a good job stepping over the leg. That's going to keep his shoulder up. He's got to continue to step over that leg. And Sneed trying to get the fall, gets too high, and allows Colton Stevens to roll through. Good read by Colton Stevens, but that was a scary transition as Tydell Sneed up 8-5. And Sneed did a great job just setting up that headlock, letting Stevens just walk into it. Throws a big-time 7-point takedown. You can watch this. You can tell he had that elbow tight. There's a beautiful takedown there. Inside sweep takedown was beautiful. And then here's Colton Stevens able to roll through that headlock and get himself out of trouble. A lot of heart there by Colton Stevens as we go for a looks like we're going to have an injury timeout here. Sneed going to take a hit off the inhaler. Going to try to get his bearings straight to start this second period. A lot of action there in the first. 13 points scored in 2 minutes. That's a lot, folks, for a first period matchup. As we stop here to take a bit of a breather here, Colton Stevens going to catch his breath while Sneed trying to catch his. We'll move into the second period. Not sure whose choice it's going to be. Great shot there, Jeremy Davenport, Guthrie's head assistant, coach, brother of head coach Jaden Davenport. Current score of this duel, 36-6, as Guthrie has won every match except one, and that was at 132 pounds where Del City was able to pick up the fall. So far, it's mainly been all Guthrie. They're picking up a lot of big wins here tonight. Been a lot of pins, a lot of dominant victories for the Bluejays in the match against Bishop Kelley and against the match here against Del City so far. Del City's got a long way to go as they try to climb back into this. 2-minute time is almost up as Tydell Sneed now ahead of the Bluejays. Colton Stevens, 8-5. On the whistle, Stevens gets right to his feet. And we get back to action here. He's going to get one for the escape. Sneed now got double underhooks. We saw something big in the first. Expect something big here as well. Sneed's got both underhooks, trying to get nice little, comes out of it with an underhook and a throw by and a single leg. Very well done by Colton Stevens. Almost like he was waiting on that to happen, waiting on something to happen, and as soon as it did, he takes that momentum and rolls with it. Nice takedown, Colton Stevens right here from double unders. Gets snapped down, comes right up into an underhook, throws it by to a high C on his right side, comes around and finishes. And now back in the lead, 9-8 over Tydell Sneed. Colton Stevens on top here. Getting to work on top now. Sneed bellied out. Sneed's got to try to build to his base, but not able to. Now Colton Stevens going to work on top. Stevens holding on tight here. Now he's able to dig that arm out, trying to get that cross face, that far elbow. Can do a couple of things with that if he can get it secured. Sneed trying to fight those hands off. Not really looking to get away here. 40 seconds to go. Sneed looks content to be on his belly. He's going to have to try to get his hips off the mat. But now hammerlock here by Colton Stevens. Stevens stayed busy. Now Sneed trying to posture. Sneed needs to get to his knees to get this hammerlock off. But now Colton Stevens gets right to the half. All kinds of trouble by Sneed here. Colton Stevens has got him locked up, got this tight. He's got 20 seconds to go. There's time here to get the fall if he can. He's got to try to weasel that arm down. Sneed just pops him off. Sneed, to his credit, did a great job fighting off his back and throwing Colton Stevens out of the way. And he picks up an escape, but not before giving up 4 more points for near fall. That current score now is 19-3. All the administrators here, Colton Stevens' dad there on the left, and then Coach Chappell in the middle, and then John Hancock as well. All the principals and athletic directors here at the high school watching the action. As Colton Stevens of Guthrie in this third period is neutral, up 13-9. Choice went to Sneed. Del City put him neutral. That's where he's had luck so far. We remember that big headlock early on that put him up by 7. So maybe Del City's hoping that he can get something big and get back in this match. Colton Stevens is going to have to be careful here not to get into any trouble, but he can't just back out of bounds without getting in trouble. Did a good job centering and circling in. He's going to have to try to get another takedown to get back on top. Tydell Sneed just needs one big takedown to be back in this match, and we've seen him do it. So he is still in this match, takes a shot, picks up a single leg. He's going to go for something big, not able to. Stevens goes for the inside trip, doesn't commit to it, doesn't want to walk into something. Now you can see Stevens was pushing the leg, trying to push that leg away. He's got to be careful backing out of bounds here. He's going to get called for stalling. Still nothing yet, but I bet he's going to have to circle in. 53 seconds to go. Third period, that will be the match. If Tydell Sneed cannot do something crazy here to catch up, we've seen it. Watch for a duck under there. Shoots in, comes up to the bear hug, doesn't have it locked. Stevens trying to grab the outside leg, trying for the inside trip, uses that length. Just a long inside trip. Normally inside trips are slick and fast. Stevens inside just tripped, almost foot swept him down. Using that length to his advantage, catches a 7-point takedown. Answers right back. Watch this. Doesn't really hit it hard. He just kind of catches it, trips him, puts him down. Beautifully done by Colton Stevens. 3 on the takedown, 4 on the near fall, and now up 20-9. An in commanding lead of this match. He is in bonus point territory. He'll get 4 for his team if it finishes like it is. 16 seconds left to go in the third. And Tydell Sneed now needs to get to his feet and make something crazy happen. He's going to have a pin if he wants to win this match. But Colton Stevens just riding heavy here, riding tough. And we're down under 5. And Colton Stevens starts this match off down by 7. And finds a way to win now, 20-9 over Tydell Sneed. And number 7 ranked Colton Stevens of Guthrie picks up another win at 150 pounds. We're going to move on to 157 pounds, where Dimitri Kaiser of Del City, currently ranked number 2 in Class 5A, is going to be taking on Trevor Graves of Guthrie. £157 has been Colton Stevens' weight thus far this year. And a couple of weeks ago, Colton Stevens drops down and opens up this weight. So the Blue Jays are trying to figure out who they're going to put here, wrestling a few guys. Trevor Graves coming in as a sophomore. Up against it tonight against the number 2 kid in the state, trying to find his way onto varsity. Runs into a hammer in Demetrius Kaiser, who starts out with a 7-point lead here with 1:30 to go in this first period. The big takedown, and now they go out of bounds. Trevor Graves in the black for the Blue Jays. Kaiser in the white for Del City. As we get back to action here in the first period of this 157-pound matchup. And Graves gets to his feet, does a nice job on this quad pod, gets to his feet. Kaiser able to suck him back down, trying to pull a cradle up on the way back down, not able to get it. And now Kaiser trying to get a little crafty here. Not able to score with, able to do a roll through, but didn't get any points for it. Now able to get a scoop underneath that arm. He's got this locked up tight. He's got a half. His half isn't deep yet, but it's fixing to be. And now that elbow's behind the head, Trevor Graves in all kinds of trouble. Kaiser's going to try to lift the head and get the fall. That's going to be 6 points for Del City with the win. And that's their second win of this duel. As Dimitri Kaiser of Del City, currently ranked number 2 in the state, picks up the fall for the Eagles of Del City. Good shot there of the Guthrie bench. You see the crowd in the back. A lot of students showed up tonight. A little cheering section for their Blue Jays. Shout out to Benny and Yogi up there in the crowd. And we are going to go to 165 pounds. Guthrie's Clayton Carey, currently ranked number 2 in the state, going to be taking on Gregory Mendoza of Del City. Clayton had an exciting match earlier today. And he's going to start this one off with a little less excitement, but a takedown nonetheless. As he picks up 3 there on a nice little high C knee pick. Comes around the corner, does that classic, and now he gets to work on this cross-face far arm. He's going to elevate that leg. Once he catches it, he's going to get a cradle or a barbed wire. He's going to let the bottom guy pick his poison, but doing a good job here, just staying heavy and controlled on top. So Mendoza's just stuck here on bottom. Can't base up because he doesn't have his arm. Can't get his hips up because he doesn't have his leg. Chooses what direction to go. And that allows Clayton Carey to pick up the cradle. He's got his inside elbow up so far, but once that shoulder drops, it'll be over. There it is. You saw that elbow drop. When that elbow dropped, that shoulder dropped, and Clayton Carey picks up the fall for the Bluejays. And I think that's all but 2 pins for Clayton Carey this season. He has been a bonus machine for the Bluejays. We're going to see this nice little takedown for Carey. He hits that high C on both sides. He's so slick with it. Just drops out and catches it, uses that length nicely. Really settling into 165 pounds. Good-looking kid. Nice. He's long, but he's strong, which is a lethal combination at this weight. And he has had a lot of success this season. Moving on to 175 pounds, Levi Dennis of Guthrie is going to be taking on Serenity High of Del City. Nope, this is going to be Chloe Daniels. Chloe Daniels. Chloe Daniels of Del City. Levi Dennis with a nice takedown early. Is now getting to work on top. He's got that cross-face far arm. Looks like he's going to start trying to pull up this cradle if he can get it. Be better if he would walk the leg to the head. He's walking the head to the leg. He's got to, if he could put his knees in between the legs, he could walk that right up. Most people try to take the head to the leg. It's the hardest route to go. But as he works through that situation, he'll figure it out eventually. But he's back on top. Still 1 minute to go in the first. Up 3-0, now walking around the front, trying to get near fall out the front. Not sure what he's got locked up. Looks like he's got a far wrist and a bar arm. Walking around the top here, needs to get his left knee on the other side of her head and push her head away. But he's laying in, going to settle down here. A lot of time here, 30 seconds left to go. Chloe Daniels in all kinds of trouble. Levi Dennis on top. He's got to take that left knee and push her head away, and that'll pick that up quick. But looks like he's going to get the fall anyway, and that's going to be 6 more points for the Bluejays as they get another pin at 175 pounds. Moving up now to 190 pounds, Rowan McCone of Guthrie taking on Traven Lyons. Rowan picks up a forfeit the last match, so this is his first match of the day. Nice little pass by there as he sits down. Not sure why he sat down to pull, but maybe he's looking to try to get some near fall. Goes ahead and climbs back on top and picks up the 3. And McComb goes to work on top. Nice half here. Got this half tight. This is trouble for Lyons, and it is over quick for Rowan McComb. Takedown to a fall. That's another win for Guthrie. Here's the replay. Clayton Carey's pin here from earlier on at 165. 215 is going to be a forfeit for Guthrie. And that's going to be 6 points for Del City. And then we will move on to heavyweight. For Guthrie starting heavyweight, Sir William Morgan is not competing today. But Ethan Gilbert, we've seen him in a couple of matches so far this year. The Blue Jays have brought him out when needed. And so he's going to get a shot, another shot here today against Brenton Ellen. So Ethan Gilbert of Guthrie taking on Brenton Allen. This will be the last match of this duel, and this will be the last match of this competition. And based on the current score, 58-18, nice shot here by Gilbert. He's got the leg. Allen does a good job using that hip to push it down. Gilbert does a good job getting up and getting out of bounds. Nice little heavyweight action here But as it's looking, Guthrie will advance to the 5A state championships in dual state. February 14th in Tulsa Union. Heavyweights are getting after it here. A lot of action. Fun to see when these guys get after it. Ethan Gilbert in the black for Guthrie, and Brenton Allen in the white for Del City. Well, shot, reshot, answered by another shot and a reshot. Both guys getting active for them leg attacks. Not terribly commonly seen in heavyweight, but both these guys getting after it. Minute to go now. Little standing high crotch attempt on the far side. Reaching down, trying to get two. Answers back, gets the takedown, but not before they go out of bounds. So no points are going to be awarded. Cameraman sees this life flash before his eyes, but he survives the attack, and we are back to action. Heavy, oh, I thought it was a headlock, just a big outside whizzer. Allen tries for, but Gilbert able to stay up and not go over, and then he picks up 3 points for the takedown. Allen does a good job there, just staying on his knees, posting up, standing up, gets away. And now we're back to action on our feet. There's 20 seconds to go. Ethan Gilbert of Guthrie currently leads Brenton Allen 3-1. And now he's in on a standing high C on the, standing single leg on the outside, far side. He's doing a good job getting to this. Just a lot to bring down. Not able to score. But he's getting in close. Here's that first takedown. Tries the whizzer to throw him over. Doesn't get it. And Ethan just able to come around the back door. Did a good job feeling that. Allen tried to throw that whizzer, just throw him over. And Ethan Gilbert was able to just keep his hips down and kind of wrestle through that position. Got out of trouble and got the 3. Good job here. This time Gilbert able to break him down in the first. Allen was able to just get up and get out. This time Gilbert able to break him down to his belly. But now Allen able to base back up. He's got his hands on the mat. He's got a post. Allen's got to try to get him broke down, but Allen up to his feet, back to his hands. Gilbert doing a little bit better job riding here in the second than he did in the first. And now he's going for a cradle on the far side. Got a cross face here. Now, Gilbert would be wise to just stay here and wrestle in this position. Don't push him out of bounds. Don't give him a fresh start. It's going to take a lot for Allen to base up. So Ethan Gilbert would be wise to just wrestle in this position and stay busy. Let this clock run down a little bit. He's got 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. Maybe hop out to the other side and try to push him back in bounds maybe. He's got him broke down. Not sure if he's trying to do a half on the far side, but Allen's stuck here on bottom on his belly. Gilbert trying to pull arms. He's trying to get his chicken wing. He's trying to get a half. He's trying to make something happen. He's doing a good job on top. And Brenton Allen's just kind of stuck here underneath. Allen trying to circle, but circles himself back in bounds, kind of. Ethan's pretty high here. Probably ought to try to stay behind those arms. There's that. You see that leg post up. That's why he keeps looking for that cradle. He looks back and sees that, tries for that cradle. Big, strong legs of Brenton Allen probably aren't going to allow that. But Ethan Gilbert running that cross face. He's getting a little high here. Getting out. He dips that hip to the left. You don't want to do that when you get out front. He's running around out front here with 4 seconds to go. Looks like he's going to finish this period on top. And now we go into the third. Choice is going to go to Del City. Del City's going to take an injury timeout. Give their guy a chance to get a breather, get a cup of water. See if they can't get him pepped up to try to get a win. He's within closing distance. Good shot there. Good shot there of the Guthrie Wrestling coaching staff. To my left, or to your left, is going to be Jaden Davenport there, bald head in the glasses. That's the head wrestling coach here in Guthrie. In the middle there, his brother, Jeremy Davenport, head assistant. And then Alex Fields in the hat. Those are the three guys in charge of this Blue Jays squad. Doing a good job there, talking up Ethan, who is currently in the lead of this match. Del City, second athlete to get a breather here, uses up that injury time to catch his breath, and he's got to find a way to get out here. As we go back to action here, third period. Guthrie's Ethan Gilbert on top. Spent the whole second period on top. If he finishes this match on top, he will win. Watch for Del City's wrestler to get as busy as he can here early to try to get out. And if he's not able to, Gilbert's still pretty high here. I don't like how high he's getting. He's got to keep his knees behind those arms. But he's got him broke back down. And now Brenton Allen bellied out completely now, and Ethan Gilbert going to work on top. Minute and 18 seconds to go, and Ethan Gilbert's been in control of this. Look for Brenton Allen to maybe push for one more big go at the end, but so far he is just pancaked out on bottom. And now Ethan Gilbert's getting to work. He's got that hammer lock on the back. He's got to try to keep that arm up. He's got to take his right elbow and stick it in the ear of Brenton Allen. He's trying for the half. He's got to get that all the way down in there. He's going to try to tip him over. He needs to take his elbow and put it in his ear, not his hand, but that's all right. He's trying here, trying to work through this. He's got this arm up. He's got his hips turned. This is getting closer. It's getting closer. He's using his legs to push him over. He's close. He's close. He's got 25 seconds. He's under the arm. Slowly but surely, Ethan Gilbert trying to work his way to a pin. And now Brenton Allen in trouble. Gets tipped over at the end and gives up the fall. And that's going to be 6 points for the Blue Jays in what has been a dominant duel for Guthrie. It's been a crazy district duels here inside of the Guthrie High School gymnasium, but it has been all Guthrie today. It has been all Guthrie today as they pick up a dominant 60-something win over they beat Bishop Kelley. I'm trying to figure out what the score was on that duel, guys. Let me find it. They win 60-something to 12 over Bishop Kelley, and now they just put away Del City 64-18 to advance to the Dual State Championship, which is going to be February 14th at Tulsa Union. 10 o'clock start time in the morning over there in Tulsa. And boy, Guthrie looked dominant here today. We're going to keep things rolling for a bit. We may go down and catch Jaden Davenport and get an interview for him when we get a chance. Just want to give a quick recap of these matches. We started off today with Del City versus Del City took on Bishop Kelley in the first duel of this afternoon. And in what was a crazy match, we thought that Bishop Kelley won that duel. They won 7 of the 5 matches that were wrestled. But then with a 9-point swing because of a disqualification at 157, they lost all 6 points for that match, plus 3 more points for the disqualification, which was a 9-point swing, therefore giving Del City the win 39-37. So what a crazy turn of events that was. And then we bumped up where Guthrie took on Bishop Kelley, and I believe they won that duel 62 to something, 62 to 18 perhaps. And they picked, so Guthrie was dominant in that match. Looking at the stats here, Guthrie won all but 2 of those matches. Every match, there were 12 matches wrestled, and Guthrie won all but 2 of those matches. Guthrie lost at 132 and at 157. And then we go up to the Del City versus Guthrie duel, which just concluded. And again, Guthrie wins 10 of the 12 matches wrestled, and they lost at, trying to find my notes here, folks, if I can. Guthrie loses at 132 and at 157. So today, Guthrie was victorious at every weight except 57 and 32. Very, very dominant. And we'll find out here in a week or so what the brackets are going to look like based on these tournament results, and see if Guthrie is going to get a chance, or see who Guthrie is going to get a chance to wrestle first round of that dual state tournament. So if you guys will give me a few minutes, I'm going to run down and see about checking out an interview with Coach Jaden Davenport, and then we will pick up when I see you guys down there.
Is it on? Oh, I don't hear it, Sean. Is it on?
You got me now?
I got you now.
There we are. All right, we are live inside of the Guthrie High School gymnasium with the Class 5A District 5 dual champions. Yeah. Qualified for the state tournament. Just talk about the tournament, how things go.
Went really well today. Our guys came out and competed hard. As we expect for them to do. They came out, they hunted bonus points, which we really needed, and we fought hard to not give up bonus. And when it comes to duels, that's really wrestle as a team. I know it's an individual sport, but at the end of the day, you're wrestling for the person next to you and wrestle for the name across your chest. So we went out and battled and competed like we know how to. So I'm more than happy getting to dual states, becoming a standard here. And we're just keeping that standard. And I'm very, very pleased and very proud with how our boys came out and wrestled today.
Coach, how many years in a row is that you guys make dual state?
This now makes 4. Yeah, it makes 4 in a row, 5 total. 5 total in the past 7 years.
That's awesome. So great track record dual state. So this was dominant all day. It was a really good duel between Bishop Kelley and Del City. Did you watch much of that duel?
Yes, I did.
Tell me what happened at the end, because I believe Bishop Kelley won 7 of the 5 matches, but because of the disqualification, what happened there?
So Bishop Kelley's kid, eye gouged the Del City kid, and with that, in a duels, you give up 6 points like it would be a pin, and then you get 3 points deducted from your team score.
9-point swing.
So a 9-point swing. So that's what happened. Bishop ended up going up 40-39, but they had to deduct those 3 points, and then Del City ended up taking the win. So it was a big hit when it came to on Bishop's side.
So you guys, today obviously we're very. Sorry, it's echoing. You guys were very dominant in this matchup, but a couple things that stood out. One, bonus like crazy, like you talked about. The other thing I got to mention, Clayton Carey being down 7 points to start matches. Is that
good for your blood pressure, or is that good for his blood pressure to get things going? What does that do for you, and what does that do for him?
I think it's good for no one's blood pressure. I'll tell you that. I pretty much have a heart attack when that stuff happens. I mean, for Clayton's an excellent wrestler, and he keeps a level head. You know, we've been in those situations before this year where, you know, something hasn't gone our way, and he's been able to, with his offense on his feet and the way that he can battle and wrestle on top, he's never out of a match. And so at that point, it's just, hey, battle, get off your back, and then let's go worry about the next point that we're going to go score. And that's all he did. He went, fought off his back, and we ended up in a body lock, ended up going in, playing that 50-50 game, and didn't go in our way. But he kept a level head, fought off his back, and then went out and got a takedown and went to work on top. And, I mean, he keeps a level head in those stressful situations, because a lot of kids I know would get down on themselves when that stuff happens, and not feel like they can dig that hole back. But, hey, with the 3-point takedown, 4-point near falls and stuff like that, I mean, you can be back in a match really quick. And, I mean, with his skill level, he's never out of a match.
So just we'll wrap it up here, but dual state next week. Obviously, we don't know the brackets. We don't know what that's going to look like going into it. But what can we? First week of February. I'm sorry, second week of February. So we got a couple more weeks before we know what those are going to be. But just talk. How confident are we going into it? I know we've got a good team. We got a solid team. Obviously, 5A's loaded full of teams as well. But what can we expect to see out of Guthrie going into dual state now that you guys are solidified to go there?
We're just going to have to be physical and wrestle our style and wrestle our matches, and bring people to deep water and test their shape. Our guys are really good in shape. They wrestle every single day. We wrestle to get in shape. That's what we do. And you know, people come out with us, they have to take timeouts. And what I was saying, we got to get in their head, and we got to keep pushing the pace on them. Right now, I want to probably anticipate us either dueling Elgin or Chickasha first, which is going to be good matchups. It's nothing like we can't go and handle. We got our lineup right where it needs to be. Kids got down to weight, right times, and right now it's nothing but peaking at the right time. And I think right now how we are competing, the way our weight's starting to handle itself, I think we're going to go and compete and wrestle like we know how to wrestle. We've had a long talk after our Mustang Tuttle duel and our Blackwell duel that it doesn't matter what school you're wrestling, what name they have across their chest. Everyone's beatable. Everyone bleeds red. So you're just going to have to go out there and wrestle and compete and really test people's ability. And so, like I said, with the Clayton's match, with these new, point scores, you're never out of a match. Never. So with our ability and our shape, I mean, we're always in there. So I think we can just trust our guys to go out there and wrestle their style and bring people to deep water and test them, test their heart. Yeah.
All right, so last question for me. It's a fun question that's going to get you in trouble with your guys, but I got to ask it anyway. There's a lot of good takedowns today. There's a lot of fun. What was your favorite takedown today?
My favorite takedown? Honestly, I think it's just because he's only wrestled for about 2 months. But it's Amari's little sweeping outside single. It's so nice, and the fact that he just found that just playing around in the room, and like I said, I wish he started earlier on in his career. But that kid every time he goes out there, he impresses me because it's like where'd you learn that? And he's like I've been watching TikTok, I've been watching YouTube, and I've just been playing around with it. And I'm like, hey, some things I'm cool with, but some things let's kind of stay away from it. Like he sends that high flyer, and I look over at Rowan, I'm like, hey man, did you show him that? And he's like, hey, it wasn't me. And we're like, yeah, come on, yeah, it was. But no, it's probably his loop, his sweeping outside single. It's dirty, it's slick, and he's so explosive. And when he decides to pull a trigger, it's really hard to stop. And like I said, he just found that kind of willy-nilly in the wrestling room, just kind of playing around. And he's like, holy crap, I can get to the leg this way. And that's his go-to shot. That we're just, hey, you got to pull it every single time. So no, it's probably that one. I think all the guys would actually agree with that as well. So luckily we have him, so I don't get in trouble with this, guys.
All right, well, Coach, I'll let you get back to it. Congratulations,
so
dual, what? 5A, Class 5. There's too many 5s. So Class 5A, District 5 champions.
Yes.
Congratulations. We'll see you guys here in February.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Good job. All right.
Go Bluejays.
Yeah, we'll go back to you guys.